To A Tale of 12 Gems, our original D&D campaign. I am Joe Treff, your GM this evening and many other evenings, and joining me are most of my friends, Matt, Vincent, Alana, Kara, and Hannah. Tina is off on a crafting adventure.
Go, Tina!
For the next couple of weeks.
Craft that shit!
One of the more intense crafting adventures that one can undergo. So Tina will be rejoining us soon, and we look forward to that day very much.
Calling it a crafting adventure is wild. I hope Tina is watching.
Yeah, I think that Tina will enjoy that. So we are going to play D&D, but before we do, a couple of quick announcements. First of all, hello, Talon. Last night we played Starfinder 2E Skull Runners, which is our cyberpunk adventure. This is following a group of criminals that have already accelerated their timelines by engaging in some combat during our shopping episode. As a result, the last session involved a walk-through space to reach a new district of the city. And you can see that when it re-airs on Sunday. What is that?
It's his phone. No, it's the box.
That was
did it like
wild.
3 times before you noticed.
That one. It was just so slow.
I noticed
the corner of
everyone.
my eye. It was just so intentional. All right, don't pay attention. Come here. So you can see that when it re-airs on Sunday at noon, followed by this at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's also like 600 sessions of various role-playing adventures over in that place, so you can go see that over on YouTube. Hello, Crix. Welcome. Oh, and for you, Talon and Crix, because you guys are here, your shirts. I'm gonna see if I can get those out on Monday. So I got the file from Vincent to go ahead and make that. I think I have all the information. If you guys give me color preferences, I couldn't remember if you did that, so just whisper those to me if you didn't. But I have the sizes and everything, so thank you very much. Blue is a good one.
I like a heather.
The support that people like Crix and Talon have given us throughout the last 6 years
Charcoal gray
has really been allowing us to do things like create T-shirts of really cool little flash art that people make. Concept art, yeah, we'll call it concept art. And all kinds of different things, the miniatures, the maps. So thank you so much for all of the support. We appreciate it a tremendous amount. And we have Sirenscape and Monument Music to thank for the various sound effects that you hear. And that is all the announcements that I have for this week. And so it is time for A Tale of 12 Gems. And to Kara with the recap.
Misfits. When last we met, we were on our way to go find sugarcane in the Sweet Bog, where the bog washes, a goblin tribe, had been distilling various rums of both sane and insane levels of ingredients. On our way, we found some proto-salamanders that surely were attacking us for nefarious purposes. And with Stone Rune and Silvery Barbs, and Rhyme's Ice and a Crush, our team's synergy is slowly coming together. The proto-salamanders defeated, Thule made the dismaying discovery that we just killed Mom and Dad. Now there's some eggs that are just kind of hanging out. And so we have created more orphans in the world. Love that for us. We continue on our journey of casually being the gray bad guys. Cool. Not bad, not intentionally, just by not doing the right thing. And also kidnapping.
And technically the first one was infanticide.
Continuing on.
That's a really valuable insert. Thank you, Matt.
Well, you know.
Eventually we come to a very quiet and still marsh, filled with giant lily pads and not sugar cane, but sugar trees. Cane that had grown to insane levels that was possibly due to some magical intervention by the bogwashes. We're not sure yet. But we did, however, come to see some leftover goblin fishing huts and nets and a sleeping goblin. Surely that's fine. And then there's more goblins below the water that just kind of floated and came up. And as the Vegazombies approached, we met He Who Grows Through Grief, another deity-like figure of fungal networks and trees and growing and yet rotting things. The goblin spelling the word wait informed us that yes, we should wait for the approach, and as the approach happened, we just kind of sat and saw what would happen as everything around us grew greener and richer. This towering spirit offered us a new path. We could do something for him and he would help us get the sweet cane. So of course we said, yeah, sure, what do you need? And what he needs is the overthrow of the current reigning goblin champion, Gabranja.
Queen of Fort Pincers.
And the freeing of Fort Pincers, whatever form that might be. Hopefully, we can do this in the least violent way possible. But our track record, not so good. Maybe we'll make more orphans. Maybe not. Anyway, we get some magical elk mounts and we have a new objective. Toad, Gem, Delta, Gabranja, as laid out by he who grows through grief. And with that in mind, on the back of elks we ride towards maybe our moosey fate as we approach, or are approached by, a stampeding horde of animals. That's
Absolutely.
surely good.
So for all of you,
We'll talk our way out of it.
the air around you buzzes as several hummingbirds just dart by, iridescence flashes, and behind you now, this stampede begins to arrive. Trampling through the muck and the mud, there are elk and jungle creatures that you are very familiar with, but then from the left and right, just bursting through the ground, there are these massive armored individuals that look almost like rhinoceroses, though they just dive back into the dirt, kind of erupting like dolphins every few feet. You can see there are elephants, there are tigers, there are gigantic lizards and snakes similar to the ones that you have fought in the past. There are rats, there are insects, anything that scampers, skitters, flies, or crawls seems to be rushing towards you right now. And this extends, let me pull up a little combat cam here. This extends not just for the sort of line that you can see, but far, far off, almost kind of creating this horizon of moving fur. And as this is coming quite quickly, as your mounts breathe hard from the hard pace that they have run, in this moment they have frozen, and it is up to you to figure out a way to survive the stampede. But, Misfits, can you roll for initiative, as this is all happening very quickly? That sounds good.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I like that I don't have to do math with initiative.
Anybody natural 20? Okay. 25 to 20?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 for Thule. 20 to 15.
16.
16 for Nora. 15 to 10.
Oh no.
10 to 9.
9.
8.
9 for Grim. We have 8 for Ralph. And then what about you, Tonki?
4.
4, Tonki. Alrighty. So the way that this works out, Thule, you're starting off, followed by Nora, then the Stampede, then Grim, then Ralph, and then at the very end, Tonki. Thule, the animals come for you. What would you like to do as this stampede just rushes up? You can hear the trumpeting of elephants. There is a frantic look in these animals' eyes. There are hundreds of them.
Lots of thoughts right now.
Underneath you, this creature, this bog strider, like a towering elk with like elements of moss embedded into it. You can see the whites of its eyes as the pupils dilate. It's on the edge of like kind of panicking.
Okay, I'm going to speak with animals and attempt to calm down our group of elk to get them back to like focus and just move a little further.
Okay, so make an animal handling check.
Do I get anything from casting Speak with Animals?
I believe that has ended some time ago, as you had traveled for an hour.
Oh, I mean, I'm like as I'm using my action to cast. And,
Got you.
and
So you're.
I'm
okay.
casting Speak with Animals to be like, hey guys, we gotta keep moving just a little further.
Gotcha.
That shit, like,
Speak with
snap
animals is an
out of
action,
it.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so you cast Speak with Animals. This spell kind of erupting in the chaos of this space. It goes from trumpets of elephants to holy shit! All kinds of like human voices kind of emanating off. All of a sudden, it is a mob that is just roaring about the oncoming tide. They are rushing towards you, and there is almost madness in some of their eyes.
Oh man.
Do any of them say what they're running from?
You can hear multiple references to the tide is coming.
The tide. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be like, Bog Elk, we need to move. The tide is coming. Snap out of it, please. Go, go, go. Run.
Okay. You've already used your action to cast the spell. You still have movement, though this creature seems a little hesitant to move at the moment, moving about half speed, which means you and this Bog Strider would be normally moving about the same pace. Tuli, when you look down, though this creature stands even on the mud, you know that this is probably like shin to knee deep, depending on where you stand.
Okay, so we can't leave these mounts.
You can.
Well, we can if we want to get smooshed in the mud and die. I think I don't have anything I can really do otherwise as a bonus action besides... Are our elks getting their own turn order in initiative?
No. So at the moment, unless you do anything to break them from this panic, it appears as if they are freezing.
Okay. That's all I can do then.
Okay. That is your turn. You imagine that in the next sort of order of events, these creatures will be almost, if not entirely, upon you on the next turn. But that is your turn. Tuli, that brings us to Nora.
So in my head, I thought there were like trees and stuff around. Is this not the case?
Just like a flat, muddy plain. There are places where there are like little bits of like boulder and stone that poke out of the mud, but you've left the jungle behind for some distance, and are now kind of going through these hills of mud and kind of divots of moisture.
Well, maybe it'll just stop a few of them then. We're going to try it. Going to attempt to slow down and create a little safe space in front of us, and cast a web right about here.
Awesome. That's a great idea. So seeing these creatures freeze and everything, you throw this spell, and there is just an expansion of webs across this space. Some of it sinks into the mud, but it stretches out, coating the surface, sticking to the little bits of stone that do protrude, and this whole space just filled with sticky web. Already difficult terrain, that will certainly slow them down. Anything else?
Okay. Just cluster. Huddle right here. Huddle only here. Don't huddle over there. Try and bring everyone Nora just can't use her action because she used her action to cast a spell.
Absolutely.
Is just hoping that by saying words as a free action, maybe it'll get through to the elk.
That's fair. Hoping is a free action. That
Hoping
does
is a
bring
free
us
action.
to the rest of the animals. Yes.
Do we get to move, or are the elks movement 0?
So it's they're kind of frozen right now. If you want to do something to kind of unfreeze them,
But I know they're half movement, so can we just move that half movement as part of our move action, or is that something separate?
yeah.
Okay.
You're kind of like fighting them to move.
Okay.
But yeah, absolutely, you can.
Do you want to move?
If that wasn't clear, Tuli, do you want to move also?
What is half speed? What is full speed?
Full speed for them would typically be like 60 feet because they're so you're only moving 30 feet, which is the same speed that you would be moving normally.
Okay.
If you get off, because this is difficult terrain for all of you, you would be going slower on foot.
All right. So Nora would just attempt to like move
I
like
think I would have stayed probably in that spot.
move
given
5
where we
feet
are right
like
now.
closer to cluster.
Okay. You lean forward, almost shoving this elk's head down, forcing it to stumble a couple of feet forwards. For the first time, its hooves seem to sink a little bit in the mud, but it pulls free. Anything else, Nora?
That is it.
All right.
The tide is coming.
You create this patch of web, and you tell your allies to cluster together. Always a good idea.
We
that
need to
brings
move.
us to the animals. Okay, so this is kind of a wave here. For most of them, they're
A
going to
wave?
use a full action to dash, which is fairly slow for some of these little guys.
It's little guys. They just gotta...
That was part.
Actually.
I agree.
Oh, no,
How
are
far
they gonna
back
get
does the
overtaken?
stampede go? I know you said like wide, it's like as far as one can see, but how far back does
Only
it
a
go?
little bit further off this, so there's a couple more guys that are going to be coming on here.
Oh, okay. So it's not it's like an endless stampede width-wise, but not lengthwise.
Correct. Okay. Now going under the ground, they actually burst up in difficult terrain for them, which is unfortunate. This platypus gets stung by the snake.
What?
Just a quick snack on the way.
Like marathon runners, they've got like the packets of
This is just a
gel.
large
Just go
lizard.
straight through.
Yeah, right.
So over here,
Get the
one of
diaper.
these rats manages to get itself stuck, and the rest of them kind of crowd around this place, beginning to try to chew them free under direction of this great rat. This guy is going to get snagged up here in the web. He is going to go underneath and hit the web, and also end up getting stuck.
King formation.
The biggest thing is this elephant
Oh shit!
doesn't quite get in there. Actually, unfortunately, I think they're
Multinational
trampling
rat
this
king.
guy. And then they're getting in here. A few coming in. We have these capybaras, not true capybaras. These are, in fact, just buffalo.
Okay. I
So
will continue to imagine
if
giant
they are
capybaras.
if they are fully if they have essentially failed their dex save and get stuck in the web, it is a strength check to be freed.
Oh gosh, there's a lot of animals.
Yeah, they're all getting stuck in there, and it feels bad for me.
Yeah. Who could have put this many animals here, Joe?
So 1, 2, 3, 4. That is going to be 5 saving throws for this web.
the snail.
So first, the bullet. That is going to be a 13 for the bullet.
To break out? No.
Yeah. Okay, so they just explode from underneath the ground, and the webs just snag into their plates, their mouth, their teeth. They just get trapped in this kind of thing.
when they
You
walk
can hear this
cobwebs.
as it tries to break free, but it is stuck. This giant lizard is also going to get stuck.
Oh, they got
The
it in
rat.
their mouth too.
The rats are going to get stuck.
Oh, they all
The
got
little
cobwebs in
cheetah
their mouths.
thingy, or not the cheetah, hyena. The hyena is able to dexterously just leap under this elephant's feet, break free of the webs. They seem fine and clear. The elephant does not. This elephant, massive as it is, with a natural 1, steps down and just gets 1 foot stuck in the web, and you can see the eyes become pinpoints, and it just freezes, completely immobilized by touching something a little sticky. This elk.
I mean, same, man. Big same.
The elk also fails. So almost every single creature that touches this web gets snarled, sinks further into the mud. There is just the chittering of rats, the roar of this bullet. It is a very effective technique. And for all of you who would have kind of been met by the very brunt part of this stampede, you've been bought just a little bit more time. You can see one of these bullets explodes just beyond you. An owl flies overhead. But that is the animals. That brings us to you, Grimgod.
People in the chat thought it was a bad call.
What's behind?
What's behind
Is
that?
there? Yeah. Are there any more animals behind?
There, you can see 3 roughly boar or bear sized things in that kind of sandstorm there, and
Okay.
probably a few smaller creatures. But you're seeing most of this right now.
Okay. All right. I am going to ready an action to I'm gonna turn around
Okay.
and jump off my elk, and I'm gonna go. All right, Ty, come get some. And I'm gonna ready an action
Okay.
and to cast Rhyme's Binding Ice
Phenomenal.
for when something is about to crash into the party.
Okay. So you
like,
can see
when
this
something
bullet,
breaks the web
the webs are
line.
beginning to snap on its face. You stand right in front of it. It towers, even stuck in the mud, like a good 3 feet over you. But you shout out, "Come get some!" And you hold this energy in your hand. The ice begins to coalesce. For what it's worth, if you're holding an action to cast a spell, that does mean that you will use the spell regardless of whether it goes off or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hold that spell. You stand your ground. That is your turn, Grim?
Could I set 2 conditions or just 1?
It depends on what the conditions are. Usually it's just 1.
It's either until something breaks the ice or until my next turn. So I want it to go off even if something doesn't get close enough.
Yeah, I can't see why that wouldn't make any sense. That works for me. Okay.
I have the spell held for yeah. All right.
That is
That's
your
good.
turn, Grimgob. That brings us to Ralph.
You got your
All right.
charge meter going.
Yeah.
It's the bottom. You got
So-
it expended.
Seeing that Northweb did really work, but still say that it's going to slowly fail.
You can see Grimgob beginning to spirit bomb some ice. energy.
I'm gonna move myself to here with my elk. May I actually knocked over two of these elk, so I will return them to their state.
Ralph leaps off their elk and just body slams the other
I have
one.
a 30-foot.
Square,
no,
cube,
the
circle?
By the way, we found the 20-foot cube. I knew there was one.
Where?
Huh?
Where's the 20 foot?
Right there.
Oh, lost it. Okay, so this is the 20-foot.
Is this 30? Here's this one
That might
also.
be.
That one's
30.
multiple. I think the middle, yeah.
Okay, let's test this out. I don't know if this will work or not, but we'll see if it does. Ralph is going to grasp her holy symbol, and reach out to Tyr, and she's going to channel divinity, orders demand.
Okay.
So, what it is, I present my holy symbol, and each creature of your choice that can see or hear you within 30 feet must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed until the end of the next turn, until the charged creature takes damage. And then they can also drop their things, but I don't think they have anything. So, because it is only see or hear and not understand,
You got little grubbies.
Ralph is just going
Yeah.
to look upon, basically turn so she can project her voice as best she can, but she's aiming to get our elks and the stampede
Fantastic.
in front of
Can I
us.
see that template again?
It is, yes.
Okay. So from where you are, that will get every single elk. That is going to get the wild elk. That will also get the bullet, the cheetah, and then this lizard.
Okay, so she's going to yell as loud as she can, "Be calm! Get a hold of yourselves!" and hope that works.
Phenomenal. Okay, so first we'll do your elks. 1 second, let me get enough D20s.
Sorry, Ralph.
All right, one rolled a natural 20. The next highest one is a 13.
Okay, so let me just... My number to beat, I believe, is a 14.
A 14. So the elk that Grimgob just leapt off of rears up, frightened still because it has no rider, but for the rest of them, all of a sudden they begin to kind of begin to turn to move. They begin to like activate again. You have broken through whatever this kind of fear is. And further than that, in the webs, this bullet roaring suddenly just stops. And it opens its mouth, dropping like the heap of webs that it had kind of collected. The elk kind of stops. This lizard sort of stops. This hyena continues to just plow through, laughing maniacally. But you have stopped this large sort of sphere. As you watch Ralph shout this order out, every creature that can hear listens. Anything else?
That was my movement, my action, and my bonus action to be safe. Since Grimgob has basically decided he's going to stand in the middle of all the things, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Grimgob. So just in case anyone tries to get smart right in front of him.
Grimgob, you have never felt this power course through you like this. You stand there holding the energy from your spell in your hand, and you begin to glow with a light unlike any that you have ever seen before. This is a new level of power to you. But you cast Sanctuary.
That's my turn.
Fantastic. Guys, I gotta say, these are phenomenal ideas. That brings us to Tonki.
Yep, well, Tonki, there's not a lot Tonki can do other than get big. And if she gets off her horse...
Tonki, your mount, for what it is worth, now seems to be kind of more under your control. When Ralph said stop, it is as if every single creature listened.
Was the elephant within the range of the command? I missed it.
No, the elephant was just outside of the range of command. They are trapped in that web currently.
I want to run over there and just grapple it, but I can't. It's not possible. So I guess I'm gonna just... Well, I'll use a free action to try to figure out whether my mount can support me using my thing.
It can.
Okay.
As you sit on
Sorry,
it,
if I'm big, I mean.
if you're big,
Yeah.
no.
I know it can.
Good use. Yeah. Good use of the ability.
Tonki, Can you hold like a move as a held action?
No, you have to hold an action in D&D.
The only thing I really want to do is start moving with my horse in the direction that any other of the other horses are going once someone figures out exactly what to do.
So you're using action dash?
I guess.
Okay, yeah, so holding
basically
action
just
dash.
to be able, because from Tonki's perspective, she does not know the intelligent way out of this. All she knows is that someone will figure it out, and she's just going to be ready to follow.
So Tonki, you're like, all right, time to get big. And you look down and you're like, shit, I can't get big.
Not doing that.
This is the one time where your skills you just don't know what to do. And so you kind of pet this beast kind of, you can hear it confirms that it is back under control, and you get ready to run. That is your turn, Tonki. That brings us to the top of the round, to Thule. This web is erupted. All of a sudden, these creatures around you and beneath you have calmed.
These ones still presumably all, like,
Oh, yeah.
chaos all around
Oh, yeah.
still. Okay.
You still hear, what the fuck are they doing? And then, hey, Steve's caught in the web! There are like little rats kind of like tearing away at the web, trying to free Steve. But there is absolutely chaos happening.
Still no sign of an actual, like, tide on the horizon of water. Or
Through the
anything.
dust that is rising
Flood.
behind the stampede, you would need to make a perception check to see it, but they're still shouting about this oncoming tide.
We need to get to safety. How far this way to get, like, because we're kind of in the riverbed now.
Not in the
As it
riverbed,
were.
so that is widened out, and you are now on like a flats of mud that is just kind of like slowly rising and falling and rising and falling. You can see in the very far distance there is some like rocky sort of outcrops to the south of where you are that you are
This
kind of
way?
approaching. Yeah, but right now it's just mud.
Okay. And I guess I would probably need to make a perception check to guesstimate how far the rocky outcroppings are from us.
I would say, given your kind of background, you can guess that it's probably a good like 5 minutes at a run on these mounts.
Damn. Okay. Can I ready my action to communicate our plan to the animals surrounding us? Because I don't want to tell the animals to do something right now that is going to fuck up any plans.
So I would
that
say
the
that's
rest of
like,
the group
you want to make an
has.
action to make an animal handling check to try to get them to do something.
Essentially.
Okay, and what is the trigger for that?
Once we as a group know what the fuck we're trying to do here.
So
I
you
Oh,
don't
no.
know.
Wait.
All of us are
So
gonna start.
no, I
holding
love
our
this. This is great. So for the two of you, you're holding your actions until somebody figures out what to do. So right now, all of you are kind of like, and just we need to move. The animals are just stampeding closer and
Oh, okay,
closer,
then
and you guys are like,
okay, then I guess I'd just tell everyone, like, head towards the rocky outcropping as fast as you can.
are you shouting that to all the animals?
Yes. To all of our elk, and I guess the ones that are calm if they're capable of listening.
Okay, I love this. Make an animal handling check.
Do I get advantage because I'm speaking in
No,
in
but
language?
I would say, given the fact that these are all very calm beasts in this moment, that they are currently charmed by Ralph, make this an advantage for that reason.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Hell yeah. Animal handling is. Where's my animal handling?
Doesn't come up a lot.
21.
21. Very nice. You shout for all the animals to head towards their stony outcrops, and suddenly, for all of you, your bog striders begin to move. They begin to kind of move off and in this direction, pulling away. And
Does mine move?
huh?
Does mine move?
Oh yeah. Oh no, yours
That's
doesn't. Yours is-
unfortunate. Okay.
Yours is frozen in place.
I'm not on my mount at the moment.
Yeah. So aside from yours, all of them seem to listen to Thule. Anything else, Thule?
And then just as a free action to the group, I'm going to be like, we need to get to high ground.
So on the animals initiative, which is 11, right after Nora, your mounts will move 30 feet towards the rocky outcroppings until somebody does.
Where's the rocky outcropping again?
Mostly to the south, a little bit in this direction.
Like,
Towards Matt.
And you said it's how
Outward bound.
5 minutes that
Probably
way?
like a 5-minute ride, yeah.
Okay.
So you shout this out. That is your turn, Thule.
and then I guess bonus action, be like, Grimgob, you gotta move! Bardic.
This voice cuts through the chaos, and you're aware of the fact that you are the lone figure standing in the mud against a stampede of creatures, including an elephant directly in
Come
front
get
of you.
some!
But that is your turn, Thule. That brings us to Nora.
What am I looking for here?
I really want to cast guidance on my elk, but I think Nora will choose to end web when she sees Grimgob get up on his elk and move away.
Okay.
So Nora's basically just holding onto an elk like this and like,
So you're gonna wait until Grimgob gets on the elk and then end the spell?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not. Is it concentration? Yeah. So I'm gonna end concentration when Grimgob gets on his elk.
Okay.
That
is your
my
turn,
elf action.
Nora?
Yes.
All right, that brings us to the
Unless
elves.
you'll allow me to cast guidance and like end concentration, because
Yeah, that's fine. You can guidance your elk.
guidance.
So the web
Yeah.
begins
Thank
to
you,
fall
Joe.
away. And on the animal's
have another.
turn, so Thule,
Wait, is the web gone away?
No, it's when you get on your elk.
Okay.
and then it's going to slap that guidance on too. You are doing that 10, 20, 30. Talk, you riding away.
It's a good boy guidance.
Oh. There we go. Ralph.
I know they're elk. I know they're elk.
They
My
are.
brain is just like, nay.
Okay, so now we go to the other animals, starting with this.
I also just read No Good Indians, and so like having our steeds be elk, I'm just like.
I love the variety of the animals.
It's a lot of animals. It's a lot of
I
animals.
particularly enjoyed the snail and the giant
So-
capybara.
The snail was very good.
Are you? How long does your charm last?
I do believe it is until they are attacked or otherwise,
Well, that's good.
gets dropped.
Because
Oh, it's not
Grimgob's
good.
about
So
to
these
attack
guys
them.
are going to spend their action freeing Steve and the rest of these guys. They're going to move out of this web because it's dropping, right?
No, wait, not yet.
There, Steve.
Again, the trigger is when you get on your elk,
Okay.
the web's gonna
They're
go
gonna move
away.
with them.
Okay, until the end of my next turn or until the charmed creature takes any damage.
Okay.
Well, it's a good thing Grimgob's about to
here.
fucking blast them all with some ice.
Okay.
Well, it was about to end anyway, so. I'm right after Grimgob.
Okay. Now, here's the thing.
I mean,
For the web, does it happen at the end of the creature's turn, or when do they break free as an
When-
action?
When they start their turn, they make a dex save. Give me 1 sec to double check the strength.
14, I believe.
yes.
That is going to be a 16.
That succeeds.
Okay, so this guy just
Uh,
busts out
it
of
says
this.
can use its action to make a strength check.
Okay, so then that is their action, and then they are going to just stampede forwards, which does. You still have web up, correct?
Yep.
So hang on, I gotta make some rolls here.
There's a complex interaction happening.
There is a.
Oh,
very
because the
complex
elephant's not caught in the web?
interaction here. The elephant broke
longer.
free of the web with
If
their
it's also
action.
Hewlett has not.
Because they use an action, they cannot stomp, and so they can't really stomp on this bullet. The bullet is in the process of like trying to dig down, half submerged. Actually, if you could move that elephant back just a little bit, they cannot encroach on that bullet space. They do crush that snake though.
It's
Kind
personal.
of stampeding over it.
What snake? Oh, you mean the rat?
Yeah, those rats.
Oh,
So
no, the
Steve
rat!
stomp on Steve.
no!
Damn!
You could
didn't
just
have a
hear
chance.
this chorus of little,
I've orphaned.
except for you who hear.
Oh my God, Steve!
But this
Stacy,
stampede
keep
just
moving!
rushing up, and for you, Tonki, creature starting
wait,
to rise up on your side. For you, Ralph and Nora, creature starting to close in on your left. but this web that you have created and the mud itself has created almost like a pocket that is lagging behind, and you can see in the center of that pocket stands Grimgob.
Hell yeah.
Alone
Alone
against
gunman.
this tide.
Like Moses parting the
But that is the end of their turn. At the end of their turn, I believe they're no longer charmed, correct?
They are no longer charmed at the end of my turn.
Okay, end of your turn. So that is them. That brings us to Grim.
Is there anything else beyond this that I can see? Or is it a cloud of dust that I can't
You've
see?
got 4 little animals, but nothing big.
This is where Grimgob dies.
Well, no, because does your rhyme not go off?
Does my rhyme go off now?
Because you.
What was the trigger?
Either if something breaches the web wall or at the even if nothing does, it will go off before my next turn.
So then we'll say at the end of that last turn, it goes off. So go
All
ahead.
right.
This explosion of ice rockets out
How
through the
many
space.
creatures will you mutilate?
This should hit, I believe, the
I think
bullet.
everything here except for the rats.
What
I
the
think
fuck?
I'll aim.
It's a circle of life, you know?
So first, the
circle.
bullet.
Steve
This is
and now
dex save?
Stacy.
Dex save?
No, Stacy's gonna go away.
I think it's
the bullet.
Constitution.
the elk
And the dancing
Constitution
hyena.
saving throw.
Okay, Constitution saving throws a little bit better.
and the well.
Actually, hold on.
The elephant will probably survive the
Yeah, it'll probably.
blast.
The bullet too.
Alright, I'm gonna
Okay.
miss the rats
Okay,
because but I
Stacey's
will
mom's
move
got it
over to the
going
right
on.
and just kill these. Sorry,
Kill?
hit those 4 creatures.
for the bullet,
Yeah.
that's a 13. For the hyena,
Fail.
that is going to be a nasty 18 for the hyena. That just
Hyena
cannot be
passes.
brought down.
Nasty.
Because it hasn't, it's succeeded every single, it's had like 4
Nasty.
saving throws. It's pretty sick. The
I
elk
know,
is going to
sick.
roll a 10, and then the
Fail.
elephant is going to roll a 20.
So
The bullet and the elk fail, the elephant and the cheetah, or the hyena succeed.
So for the failures, they take 14 damage, cold damage, and the success takes half.
14 points of cold damage is enough to kill the elk in the back. This freezing ice just explodes
Sorry.
out. It pierces through this elk's chest. There is this explosion of noise and blood as they just erupt out. This hyena dodges off to the side. This bullet is just pierced with ice, but they break through it and just continue to move forwards. And same thing with the elephant. They are minorly hurt. Anything else? Oh, that's the spell that you held. That brings us to your turn, Grimgob.
Yeah. Alright, I am going to get on my horse, and then I think I'm just elk, and I'm just gonna direct the elk and just stand right here.
Oh my god.
He wants to thread the needle.
Right here.
Okay,
and
you
then
stand right there.
so that's what my movement, and I'm gonna say, why? We've created a pocket!
So
And
Grimgob
then-
leaps up on this elk, pulling it around like a general at war, rallying his troops, turning his back to you, and then looking over his shoulder. He says, "Why? We've created a pocket."
And then I'm gonna just use I'm gonna try to shove this thing with my bonus action out of the way. So can he make a save?
No. Is it a strength save?
It is a strength saving throw.
6.
Alright, I'm just gonna shove him like 5 feet this way.
Okay.
So that way he'll just continue running by me.
Absolutely. There is just a brief "Arr!" as they're kind of like, it's almost like you just smack their flank a little bit and they just leap out of this kind of webbed area. They land behind this water buffalo, have to dodge the hooves, but you have moved this creature and truly there is this kind of pocket between you and the dust storm approaching. Anything else?
Let's see. I
Wanna murder anything else?
Did you say there's like a dust storm behind the animals?
Yeah.
Like the cloud of.
Did you
their
catch that?
state.
A good like 80 feet off.
cast
Oh,
Firebolt down the dust cloud to try to clear it to see what's behind them.
Okay. This little firebolt traces away in this pocket that you've created after you move the hyena, and you see it just is almost swallowed. And you recognize at once this is not just dust. Though there is dust in front of this, you are likely looking at a mud tidal wave. This is something that is
Like the
large and
Serengeti.
destructive, just like the Serengeti.
Ah!
Yes.
In that case, I'm going to turn the elk around and following my thread of needle, follow the group.
Yeah, there you go.
Ow! That type of tide.
Turn the elk rears
I did
at
not
this,
get that. I
and
thought
you
it was
begin to
like some
gallop
type
away.
of like
Yeah. I kind of got the sense that you thought that after the animals there was no more threat beyond.
I think I was just
There's
primed
always
because I was
another
thinking
threat.
about like the hyena and the hungering, like what was that, like the hungering tide, or the remember the hyena?
Oh, yeah, of Yanu. That's a whole.
Yeah, I
that's
thought
a whole
so. I was
other
when
thing.
you said tide again, I'm like, oh, like a metaphorical
I
tide,
got you,
of
I got
course,
you.
not
No,
like
no,
an
no.
actual water-based tide. Anyways, I'm here now.
So you
We're all-
turn the elk.
I just my mind
You follow your
immediately went to the David Attenborough.
We're
That
all
brings
fleeing
us
our natural
to
horns.
Ralph.
It's like, oh, the water's coming
So
in.
my
after the
turn
trap.
was going to be commanding Grimgob's elk to follow us, but since he has come around of his own volition, I will instead.
Feels very in character.
Evidence-based, science-based. I saw the tide now. I believe it.
Basically,
Sometimes being faith-based is good.
It wasn't even
None of
faith-based. They
my-
told me.
none of my like commands or anything are particularly useful in this moment. So instead, what I'll do is Ralph will kind of like position herself. And can I make an animal handling check to see if there's a way I could like essentially like free up my elk's movement as much as possible, considering I'm sitting awkwardly on top of them?
Yeah, you absolutely can. You can encourage your mount to behave a little bit more smoothly. Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Okay, this is definitely something I'm very good at. So I'm very excited for all of us. to
And
be part
I
of
believe this
experience.
animal is still charmed by you till the end of your turn, right?
Correct.
Make it an advantage.
Even good. That's I will need that. Well, actually, no, it's not that bad. Oh, excellent.
Oh, that is great.
I can do math. 22.
22.
Nice.
This creature still
Just
under
take
your
animals.
command. As you turn and just try to calm it, you find that there is no need. It's almost like for just a moment you kind of have a link with this creature, and it shares your thoughts, and it knows that it needs to move. It needs to move swiftly. And you feel as if this creature will move 10 feet further per round for at least the next minute.
Hell yeah. And as a free action, I'm just gonna be like, Grimgob, run!
Show us the meaning of haste, young goblin. That is your turn, Ralph. That brings us to Tonky.
Okay, we're all together now. We've got a direction we're going in. Tonky's going to go in the direction that we're going in.
Excellent. You
Yes.
go in the direction that you are going in. You can move yourself up 30 feet, right to the edge of this big gap. At the very end of your turn, this creature is like bundling its legs, ready to leap this entire mound of mud. But that is your turn, Tonky.
Gonna give it a good old scritch behind the ears.
Okay.
That was my movement, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'd like to. That was a good idea. I'm gonna do that too. What Alana just did. I'm gonna try to.
Make an animal handling check.
animal
But it's scritch
check.
based, right?
It's scritch, but yeah, this is the
Absolutely.
scritch.
that's great.
I got an 8.
That's scritch.
With an 8, you can see
Distracting.
Ralph just pat this beast, and you go over, and
Oh
you
my
have
God,
adrenaline
yeah.
kind of flowing through you. You were about to get big, and then you
Easy,
don't.
Lenny.
So you just kind of slap it once in the face, and you're like, "Oh no!" And you pet it much gentler, but it kind of stops for a moment and looks back. Like the rest of the elk catch up in that moment, and then
Bro, you serious?
and then it starts galloping off again. But not successful was that check.
We're about
Anything
to
else,
fucking
Tonky?
die.
Oh,
What?
that's it. Thank you.
Okay,
I think I've
that
done
is
enough.
Tonky. That brings us to the top of the round to you, Tuli.
Where would you like to move?
Oh,
Ralph,
yes,
since
I
you
forgot to move. Just move Ralph forward, though. Just like 2 spaces forward till we're.
Beep boop.
Yeah. I don't want to like leave anyone behind, but at the same time, like not moving is probably not smart.
I'm leaving all of you fuckers behind because I'm not getting smooshed.
Tulis.
Tonky just assumes everyone's like,
Yeah.
riding at an appropriate
think-
pace.
In this situation, Tuli is assuming that everyone else has more sense than he does to get the fuck out of here.
Tuli's like, if I'm not wandering into danger, nobody else could be.
Pretty much, yeah.
No one else would be.
So this thing can move 30 feet. Is this actually something that I'm going to regret running
For the
through?
bog striders, no. As long as you're atop them, they can move across muddy, difficult terrain with no issue.
Okay.
For the other animals, not so easy.
Okay. I am going to continue at pace with my movement.
Absolutely.
And then I am going to gently encourage my elk to do their very best.
Make an animal handling check and make it at advantage. And at the very end of your turn, you and Tonki, both on your creatures, both about to just leap over this pool of mud.
It's okay. We're
Tonki
gonna
looks a
get
little
through
bit less
this.
excited about it.
You just need to just keep going.
Giddy up.
Just stay calm. Listen to my voice. Follow the path.
Okay, that is really relaxing.
22.
With a 22, this creature just nods its assent and begins to tear off even faster. And you would imagine both you and Ralph, if you continue to ride hard, will make it to that outcrop without any issue.
Can I boop the extra 10?
No, not until the next turn. But that added movement will carry you ahead of this stampede for the duration of that journey.
Hell yeah.
The rest of your allies still have a little bit of work to do. That is the end of your turn. Tuli, that brings us to Nora.
So the elk has guidance. I am afraid to roll. So, Nora just kind of like thinks back. It's like, okay, all right. Well, I had a good dream once and I can have a good dream again. And I'm going to have a good dream tonight. And we're just gonna go. And with the go, she uses her portent roll to roll an animal handling of 15.
An animal handling of 15 is enough to grant this creature some gentle encouragement. It is not filled with fire in the way that the others are.
It's got guidance, though.
But with you know what? With guidance, I will say that is enough. This creature begins to move faster, not as fast as the others, but more stable. It picks a better path, and so it too will be able to keep pace. And you imagine if you do not do anything untoward, will reach safety in a relatively quick manner.
My boy's not fast, but he makes good life choices.
There you go. That brings us to the animals.
Nora, would you like to move forward
I would.
before the animals come upon us?
1, 2, 3. There we go. There we go. 5. 5 is 25.
Hitting this mud is a much bigger concern for some of these guys.
Rampant!
Reaction? Can I be like, watch out for the mud puddles?
You absolutely can. You shout that behind you. I'll take that into account.
This would be a great time to be like some kind of druid.
Any kind of
Just
druid.
to be a druid.
So you could turn into a bird and fly away?
Like,
Far away?
there's so many options. Like, you would learn so many new
So
animals
crazy.
to be.
That's also true. You could be like,
Yeah.
do 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 do.
This is the craziest thing with Grimgob just standing in the middle of the
I'm just gonna be here, guys, and it's fine. Look, why are you running? I'm fine.
I am the stampede now. I stampede my allies.
Your unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Grimgob is just gonna be like, I don't know why you guys were running. The animals knew.
There is this rush of animals that are roaring by, and as you Tuli shout out to avoid the mud puddles, these creatures rushing around, I will say, Grimgob, right next to you, this bullet erupts forth, and you can see in a panic almost just slams into you, but hearing Tuli's voice seems to just redirect away, and certainly seems to save you an attack. The rest of these creatures just moving forward, just trying to get to safety. There is no attacks to be had. That does bring us to Grimgob.
I would also like to try to head towards the outcropping. And can I make an animal handling check
Yes, you
to
can.
be able to direct my dirty 20?
With a dirty
Thank
20.
you.
It is less your animal handling and more just the sheer panic of being so far behind and in the stampede that this creature just bursts forwards ahead, just tearing through the mud, and you imagine that you too are going to be able to separate yourself from the stampede in short order.
I imagine I'm just hearing your elk being like,
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck! Ralph, this brings us to you. You're kind of in this, you're in the worst sort of space of all of your allies, though Grimgob is a little further behind. You can see the speed kind of causing them to pick up. Actually, Grimgob,
you want me to
can,
move?
yeah, you can move
It's
yourself.
60?
30.
It is 30.
Because we're in difficult terrain.
Go.
Yeah, I just put myself there.
And then
Right.
for you, Ralph, you are at the back of the pack now.
Yep.
The rest of your allies pulling away, you can see them like reaching safety. It feels safer up there, but not for you. What are you doing?
So I would like to use my movement and then my action to catch up.
Okay,
So let us go onward.
easy enough. You like lean forwards, putting all of the weight of your armor onto this creature, and it just leans forwards as well, picking up speed, going faster and faster, and all of you reaching this muddy outcrop, leap across this pit of mud, and find yourselves separating slowly from the stampede, and it falls behind. Are you continuing to just rush towards these stones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
no.
certainly am.
I think the only thing that Ralph would like to do is make a perception check, if possible, just to kind of like confirm that that is kind of like the clearest point of safety.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, I was going
Make a
to-
perception.
With my fireball, did I see how high the tide was? Because I'm assuming that the rocky cropping's above it, but when I fireballed it, did I see...
I just
high
kind of
it was?
assumed you shot up straight forward, and so it kind of disappeared. It didn't give you a good sense, but it's at least 15 feet high, probably much higher with the kind of top of the dust
And
here.
how high is the rocky outcropping?
A little taller than that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hope that you have a better roll than I.
Oh no.
No.
13.
13. You can see mud and animals.
Yeah, mine's lower than that. So
You can see mud.
Damn,
But
you don't
as
even
you
see
pull
the
away,
animals.
the animals kind of drop into the back, the dust almost consuming them. You can see a few of them kind of like slither off, many of them kind of rushing to the periphery. There is a moment as you near these rocks where the sort of wall of whatever is behind this dust hits the slower moving animals. The rats just disappear in this kind of dust. I would say for you, Thule, still being able to speak with animals, you can hear many voices just silenced at once. As there is something that is just immense moving through this space. But quickly you approach these rocky outcrops in this near endless mire of mud, this tide behind you. You suddenly are aware of the fact that your elk are a little bit more sure-footed as they are touching stones, almost stepping stones sized for goblins. And as you rush ahead of this, you come to these rocky sort of outcrops. Little bits of granite that protrude from this space, some 20 feet tall, taller than whatever is following. And in this kind of immense brush of movement, you do spot there is in the muddy ground a large hole, almost like a sinkhole that has been fortified with round stones, just narrow enough for a person to enter crouching slightly. It is big enough for a goblin to walk comfortably down. I would say for you, Grimgob, you are looking at the telltale signs of a goblin sort of encampment built beneath the ground. And this is sort of where there is activity happening. And in fact, you can hear goblin voices drifting out from there.
Where is this relative to where we are? Are we at the rocky outcropping?
You are like, this is maybe like 50 feet in front of you, and you are seeing this big kind of almost sinkhole between these rocks.
Goblin settlement. Goblin settlement ahead of us. I think there's goblins there.
Good assumption.
Are we still in initiative?
No, so now you guys are just running.
Okay, Tonki's like, we love goblins, let go!
like below us, are they safe? What about the whole wall of stone behind us?
Are you entering? It's approaching quickly, so you either need to enter this space where almost certainly there is safety, as this is like a structure built in this place.
Okay.
You heard the animals speak about this as a tide, and tides reoccur. And so if this is a fortified structure that exists here, it must have some protection from this.
We'll be
sort of
safe,
event.
but they might attack us. So, get ready.
Something that we can like get cover from but not have to enter. I'm just trying to picture like, is it
Wait.
This almost looks
outcropping
like
of-
the Sarlacc pit in the
Okay.
mud, and there is stones that are kind of built up around it.
Gotcha.
But this is very much just a hole in the ground, and as you get closer, you can see it is like a corkscrewing tunnel that you will be sliding down partially.
Gotcha.
As it is quite steep and just mud. There are
Okay.
planks that have been kind of laid in to make a little bit of a walkway.
Does it mean that if we were to enter this building, we'd be leaving our mounts behind?
You would have to.
Oh, okay. So is there still an option to be up high somewhere? I'm having a
These
trouble
outcrops
visualizing.
rise up about 20 feet, so if you wanted, you could have your
so we
mounts
can
wait up there.
Go up it or into it?
That's true.
Or
Got
we
it.
could leave the horses up there and then
Oh, that's
Go
a
in.
good idea.
Or you could just keep
I would-
running.
yeah. Well, that was
So-
Joe's idea. That was Joe didn't say.
Given what we
I missed
know, or what Thule knows,
Mhm.
he would be seeking high ground that would keep the elk safe too. So if that meant going up, he would just keep going up.
Okay, is everybody going up?
I follow Tuli.
Yeah, I
follow
think it
Tilly.
would go up also because I don't think Ralph would be that confident that she wouldn't get stuck in the tunnel.
So I need everybody to make an athletics check to kind of mountain goat these creatures up stone. They're meant for mud, not stone. You get a +6 conditional modifier for the bog strider.
So we add another +6 to our roll.
For what?
Oh,
that-
athletics
that's-
check. You
yeah,
said
yeah,
that is the athletics.
That is the bog strider's athletics. Yes.
Got it.
Okay, so
I still rolled a 1.
Okay.
Is this like a jumping based thing or a
Yes.
strength based thing for the bog strider?
Jumping based, which is strength based.
Okay. Can I
see
adjust
what
density of my bog strider to make him half as heavy, which makes him be able to jump twice as far?
You absolutely can. That makes it much easier.
Okay. I'll do that for my bog strider. How does that affect my roll?
Okay, so go ahead and make your roll. The DC is lower.
With the +6, it's 14.
With a 14, you leap, and this creature seems almost as surprised as you are as it just goes flying up the rocks almost 10 feet in a single bound and then just leaps up to the very top. You screech to a stop turning, and you can see Taki looking up, and this bog strider kind of rears up on 2 legs, but for the weight of Taki, this jump is tough.
19.
19. You scamper up this. It is difficult to climb, but you make it.
Pat guidance. 23.
With a 23, you as well. Pat guidance indeed.
I'm trying to decide if I pat bardic. I don't know if I want to waste it.
I am happy that the
Also,
spell
like-
is now in existence.
What you doing?
I'm just gonna go for it.
Pat
Let's go,
modifier.
buddy. You're already doing so well. I believe in you. 13, because it's +6, right? 13.
All of you rush to safety except for Thule and Tonki. The two of you watch as your party mountain goes up like magic to the space. Specifically, Grimgob, very much like magic. What are the two of you doing?
Oh, look, they're covering
now
their
you can
backs.
see only about 50 feet away. The dust breaks as a mountainous tidal wave of mud and stone, about 15 feet tall, is just rushing towards you.
How far away are they from us?
Like 20 feet because you guys have gone up.
Can I
After you.
help by adjust density now on Tonki to make her half as light to help her mount?
Yes.
I'll do that.
Okay.
One of them succeeds because I'm giving one of them my other portent of 13. So that adds whatever 6.
19.
Yeah, that should probably be him, right? Since now I'm
Yes.
light.
Okay, so you give that to Thule. Thule, you explode up this thing as suddenly there is a burst of magical energy that fills this creature, almost like they are pulled along a path unseen, and you make your way up. You can hear the creature beneath you go, whoa. But you find yourself up 20 feet as well. Taki, go ahead and make that check, and I will tell you right now, the DC is 10.
Okay, well, I rolled an 8 on the die, so.
There you go. This creature leaps up, again, just confused, kind of spinning almost as if it is in zero gravity before righting itself, and then just ricocheting up the remaining 5 feet. And all of you come to a stop on the top of this mountain as this mud slams into the stone.
Minimal murder!
For all of you, you have to kind of like grab onto your mounts. They
Thule's
are
like-
shooken and rock slightly on this rock.
Distraught.
But as the mud flows past you and begins to slowly drop, you are all safe atop this stone. And you are all now out of initiative and out of immediate danger.
But not danger entirely, just immediate danger.
We're playing
Yeah.
D&D.
We still got
The second
eminent
case for
danger.
Never know.
Tonki
Imminent danger never
In
know.
that
is gonna, once we're like situated, she's gonna look with interest at the sinkhole to see what has happened to...
It's just mud. And it's slowly dropping relatively quickly. Probably in like 30 minutes or so, you're going to be able to see the sinkhole again.
Huh.
But for the moment, as you look around, the animals have gone. You do see a couple of birds in the air. You can see places where the ground gets a little bit higher, and you can see groupings of animals there. So many have made it to safety. You can see that there is nothing immediately approaching you, and given the kind of slowly flowing mudslide, it would be very easy to see anything approaching. For the moment, you have a brief respite. So what are you all doing?
Totally is just
course.
visibly distraught at all of the souls snuffed out in a moment.
Do I know anything about this natural phenomenon that just occurred in the basin?
The Alec Guinness.
Make a nature check at advantage.
Nice.
I felt 1,000 souls cry out.
Exactly.
Oh man. Let's see. Nature is 19.
With a 19, you have heard of these sort of mud tides that can roll through this part of the basin. You've never been here or witnessed them. There are these sort of events, these like rolling bits of mud that are typically released when these pockets of moisture build up a little bit further north in the basin and kind of basically rupture natural dams of mud and release like this. There is, with a 19, you've heard that there is something called a red tide. And though you didn't see it this time, that's usually significantly more dangerous, and likely why many of the animals have this almost instinctual fear of this event. The mud,
That must have been one of the mud tides I've heard about. But luckily it wasn't a red tide, because I don't think we could have survived that.
What's a red tide?
What's a red tide?
with a 19,
It was like that, but much worse.
all that you can think. Actually, now that in the last couple of weeks, you've learned a little bit more about the basin and about the history of the basin, and more interestingly, about the history of objects there. And you know that there is something that impacts the reign of this place. And so even this could potentially be an effect of the Dirge Moon. But the mud gets lower, and over the next 30 minutes, you slowly become aware of this sound. At first, it sounds like maybe a strange animal or maybe a mechanism, but as the mud begins to reveal the stones at the base level, it is the sound of almost like a drain, and you are beginning to see this hole reappear in the ground again.
Tonki leans into her friends and goes, "Those gobos down there? Super cool. We gotta go meet them. Look what they did. Science!" She points at the sinkhole. Science!
Do I think that this could be the, was it? The clank one?
God clanks. The god clanks.
Oh, the
gob
clan
clankers.
that... Oh yeah, the gobble clankers.
The god
Gob
clanks.
clankers.
I would say for free. No, they
Gabon,
use
just
steam-powered things, which is incredibly rare in the world. And this is something that's relatively new that's happened, the steam. The gob clankers used to be kind of like little like tinkerers. Recently, the machines that they have made have been a whole other level. And you're not seeing signs of like steam or hearing the sounds of machinery or engine. This is very much something else.
What you guys think? We go meet him? Also, me so glad that we all not dead. As usual.
Thankfully. I guess maybe, maybe they'll have insight onto where we're going. Any knowledge would be good. Is it safe to go down now?
You look down and you can hear this as like the path is revealing, the mud is lowering, and as it does, you can see it is revealing this narrow corkscrew tunnel that descends into muddy darkness. It twists down and down and down and to the left, and you can see little wooden boards kind of float in the mud and then settle onto this pathway, in places tied with like rough hemp rope to the place so that they always stay in roughly the same arrangement. you can see also as the mud drains, it bubbles from areas in the wall that remain covered in mud, but you would suspect there are certainly things hidden into the structure. This being a goblin place would likely have traps, and certainly there are signs that those are present here. And you can see that at the very edge of your vision in this kind of tunnel, the walls are becoming a little bit more smooth, like polished mud, or maybe clay. And then you see movement. And you see a tiny green toad just hop up one step. And then you see another, and then another. And then you hear, "Oh no, my toads!" And then like 13 or 14 of these toads kind of emerge, and then you see a goblin dressed very much like a Mireclaw. You can see toadskin cloak kind of hung across them. They turn around and they just say, "No, you can't go on patrol yet until I've gotten every single one." And they rush out and they're grabbing toads and kind of scooping them up.
Are the toads saying anything?
No, the toads. These are very young toads. They're just
Mama?
making a break for it. Yeah.
Oh, did
mamas.
we come across the toad breeding ground?
This might be it. I mean, step
Tuli's
Stop
just
one
still hugging
toad.
his elk.
Stop
Being
one
sad.
toad. Toad. Oh, toad is the first stop.
This goblin has now gathered 13 toads up in their arms. They have one in their mouth. They have one in like a pocket, and they're constantly kind of juggling them, but they're walking back to this hole.
While I'm still sad hugging the elk's neck, I'm gonna, is this where the toads are?
How long does Speak with Animals last?
I believe it's an hour. So there, oh, sorry.
As long as it's 10 minutes, it's still up.
It is, yep, it's 10 minutes.
Okay, so you still have 5 minutes of this left.
Oh, yeah.
They turn to you, and you said, "Is this where the toads are?"
Yeah. This is where the toads are.
It like turns its head, kind of regarding with the side eye this hole, and then it says, "Yeah, I can see a couple of them down there."
So are these the ones we need to free?
I mean, you should probably free anything that's kept captive.
Yeah.
Kind of smells, and you can see the big nostrils of this elk flare, and it turns to you, Thule, and it says, "It smells like suffering."
Good God. Poor Thule burdened with
Smells
knowledge.
like suffering here.
What? Oh?
Oh, I think
Okay, I'll go free them.
Do we understand
Dismount.
like Thule's words as he's speaking to the elk, or is Thule like
Yes,
I said?
yes, very much. You understand what Thule is saying. The elk understands. You guys don't understand the elk.
Yeah, that's
okay.
we understand what Thule has, the words out of Thule's mouth, and therefore we're just like, oh, what?
Thule begins to dismount.
Should we hail?
Are you speaking to this goblin?
Excuse me,
Yeah.
could you not cause as much suffering as you're causing currently?
see-
Says the face.
You say this. This goblin freezes. Like one of their toads drops. They like half go to bend up, but they look up and they see all of you. Just a party of adventurers with these huge bog striders, which are a harbinger of the spirit of Mythalstrean, kind of now blocking out what is like the beginning of twilight taking over the sky, and they drop all of their toads at this.
Be not afraid.
I would say
You dropped them.
you recognize in this moment, time kind of slows down for you, Thule. You have begun inadvertently kind of an intimidation check. You kind of like the way that you say this in the dark with all of these large numbers looming over this goblin in the wake of this natural event that is very disastrous, very ominous sounding. So if you want to course correct, now is the time, or make an intimidation check and make it at advantage.
Let me see. I don't think
Well, what do you want to do? Don't worry about your stats.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a moment for Thule too. At a low point right now, would this be enough? No, probably not. Like, oh, are you okay from the mud tide? First of all,
All intimidation gone.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Nora has whiplash from what's going on. Sir.
Uh-oh.
Sir, what's that?
Do
you want? Was that a 1? Sir.
You can see this creature looks up at you. Their toads are all gone. They look down. They go, "What? We're under attack!"
No.
And they rush down this hall. You can hear them trip and go, "Oh!" And then
No! No!
No,
Down,
I didn't say
down,
anything because I know
and
you guys
down.
want to try the peaceful route, but I think it's going great.
And
why
then
do you
you
scare them
hear
like
in the darkness, "Shing," and then
Did he just die?
Wait,
What?
he just got killed?
Truly, I think you just murdered that man by accident.
But
Oh, that's manslaughter.
Can I just
He
peek
he
over?
was just
frogs
Oh.
just escaping.
Yeah.
So,
Wait,
What happened?
hold on.
no. He just got attacked?
No, so they ran.
Oh, did he
They seemed
trip
to
and
slip?
fall and die?
You heard the sound of something engage, and then you heard
he
a
just
very
triggered his own trap.
perhaps.
I'm
Damn,
gonna,
Tuli, that was brutal.
I'm gonna go down there and see if there's any other goblins. He was speaking to someone.
Grim Goblin,
Elk.
what's the goblin rules around manslaughter?
Maybe go
Tuli is
down
the
to
new
ground,
Mink of the
please.
Malicious.
So you crawl down. You make your way down the space, dismounting and getting to the edge of this space. Looking down, you can see that this travels down this muddy, pulpy path where elements of boards have mixed with mud to create almost like a very strange sort of clay floor.
Tell the toads they're free.
About 40 feet down, right where it almost twists out of your vision, you can see that a spear has just ricocheted out of a wall. This goblin, in falling, has placed their foot through a very simple kind of snare trap. That snare pulled the weight of the spear out of the wall and then just speared straight through this goblin's neck.
Damn.
And they are dead. They hang kind of over the staircase. Yeah.
I performed the goblin funeral rites.
Are you going down there to
Including
do
the
that?
body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dead, all right.
And as you say that, Grimgob just walks right by you.
Grim, watch out for more traps. At least
Okay.
use your eyeballs.
I'll go with Grim.
Okay.
At saying use your
He
eyeballs,
helped you.
Ralph is gonna cast the check for trap spell. Hold on.
Detect traps?
Find
Find
traps.
traps.
Find traps.
Everything else is detect, but traps you have to find.
Yeah.
And then Nora, what are you doing?
Nora and Puff are just like utilizing her like travel sleeves and cloak to like attempt to grab all the toads.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we had to free the toads, and here are toads. We free
So you
toads.
free them by capturing them in
Yeah,
your
to take them outside.
cloak?
Take them outside.
Okay, so you're kind of bailing them out of the cave.
Basically.
Okay.
Nora's just like trying to scoop up a bunch and just like she's trying to scoop the toads.
So you scoop up a bunch of toads. Easy enough for you to do. There's 13 relatively small toads, and they're all trying to go in the same direction that you're trying to take them. So
perfect.
it's kind of like herding cats, but herding them towards dinner.
Oh.
And so
Herding
relatively
with cats.
easy.
'Cause
Yeah.
Puff's
So I see Nora doing that. I'm like, you want to help? And I go open up the bag of holding, which has.
I was
Oh,
just
wait.
gonna put them outside.
Oh, okay.
Tuli, should I put the toads outside? Ask Bubbles. Tuli, it's fine, not now. You can do it. You can do it. Guidance. Nora just says guidance.
Ralph, as you cast that spell and you look down, you can see in the wall where the mud seems to form a solid kind of coating. It is, in fact, some sort of clay, and there are places where it's paper thin. And in two of these places, it begins to glow. And you would imagine that similar, these kind of very primitive snare spear traps set into the stairs of this place. And so as you travel down, as long as you lead, you can point these out and help your party avoid them.
Yep. Are we going down?
Well, that depends on y'all.
Tuli, what am I supposed to do with the toads?
You guys wanted to listen to the spirits, right? And free
Generally
the toads?
speaking, toads
should at
are
least-
fine in a mud environment. You can just let them go themselves.
Okay,
now.
Nora just goes outside and like releases the toads.
I think we should at least see if anyone else is here.
Oh, there are definitely others here. I mean, you heard him yelling, "There's an attack!" as he was gonna warn the others.
Nora comes
You
like
think he was warning the toads?
jogging back
know.
in, covered in mud, and she's just like, "I freed the toads."
Let's go. We should go inside and see if there are more toads.
Oh, good point.
/ maybe someone in here would be willing to. No one's gonna allow to speak to us, actually.
Me not so sure about that. Me goblin pretty good, you know.
Right.
Can you remind me? How are we convincing them to free the toads again? Like, why would they do that?
Listen, Grimmy.
Yeah.
Me more of an in-the-moment kind of girl.
Okay.
Tonki says as you all begin to descend down this path.
Was there anything on the goblin body?
So you make your way down to this goblin body. Make an investigation check.
If it gets too dark to see, Ralph would cast light.
There is no light source down here.
Okay.
And so certainly you can cast light.
Can I help him?
Investigation?
Because I went down with him, and we've done this many a time before.
You've looted
with-
goblin
how are you
bodies
doing that?
many times before?
I'm like, oh, they're a pocket, Grimmy. Don't miss that other pocket.
How many dead bodies have you guys
Make
looted
that check at
together?
advantage.
We were only gone
23.
for a few
It
years.
only takes
23.
one.
And Grimgob went first.
You go through this individual's belongings. They have like really poor clothing. They do have a toadskin cloak, but aside from that, no items really. There is a spear, like a very simple, what is called a short spear actually, that is protruding through this creature's neck. Part of the trap. It's very poor quality. Aside from that, not a whole lot on this individual. You make your way down.
Can I take the cloak?
You can.
Ralph will cast light on Grimgob's staff, and she'll try to get to the front, so it'll dramatically cast light. Like a long shadow in front of her.
Very
It goes
good.
down.
Nora puts hands over Tully's eyes if she's next to him.
Tully has taken a little longer to make the way down after accidentally killing that guy. Probably went back up to give another hug and be like, I'm so sorry, I fucked that up. There's so much suffering. Hug the elf for a bit. and then be like, oh,
Tuli, we remember you as a lot more happy-go-lucky.
it's okay.
We had
Wait
happier
here.
adventures.
We'll be
With
back.
the last little bit of your speak with animals, the elk turns to look at you. It doesn't comfort you. It doesn't hug you back, but it says, there will be lots of death to come.
That's what I'm saying!
Just hearing Tully's side of things, Nora just hands him Puff, and he's like, this sometimes helps.
There's so many gone.
Since traps only goes for 120 feet, if I believe that the spell has run out of its range, I will recast it as we go down.
Okay. How long does it last?
It's an instantaneous
Okay, gotcha.
pulse, essentially. I'm imagining it's like when you're playing either like a
Seismic sense from Toph.
I was gonna say either the Winter Sense or Batman's
Yeah,
detective
I
vision.
absolutely.
I was thinking
Spam that sense.
that moment. Just like, ding, it's a pool.
Yeah,
And to be clear too, this is a second level divination spell.
tis. So
Okay.
I can only cast it 2 more times, but I will gladly use up my second level slots to get to the bottom of this without dying.
And that's what it takes.
Bottom.
It's a corkscrew that you travel down 50 and then 100 feet. But using the spell 2 more times enables you to detect all 6 of these snare spear traps.
Nice.
Hey, good job finding the trap. Should we just set them off now so that in case we need to leave in a hurry? Otherwise, we're running up blind there if we need to run up. Or, yeah.
Me think that really good idea, Grimmy.
Do you know how to? Safely?
Are they all the same trap that killed that guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
If I had chalk, I would just mark them.
Hold up.
In another world, in another life, Minka's ears. Had the missed
If you
opportunity.
say that,
Yeah.
Nora takes out her little ink pot and just like dips.
Triggered.
But it's ink, so it's probably not as good as chalk.
I mean, they're probably the same trap all the way down, so I'll just look for, like, can I find a foot thing to step on? Or do you want to just do the ink?
If the ink works, why not? Does the ink work? Or is it too dark?
No, you can mark it. I mean, as long as the light spell is present.
Are there any rocks lying around?
Yeah.
Tonki picks up a rock and
Marked.
tosses it onto the next trapped platform.
You toss a rock on, and it's not enough weight.
Oh,
This
no.
is for as primitive as it is. These are pretty dialed in traps.
We could just keep throwing rocks. Ain't one option. Me put a few in me pockets just in case.
Are there? So we're making our way down,
Yeah.
right?
You're almost at the bottom.
Okay, because so thus far on our way down, there are no like alcoves or outcroppings in which to enter. Were we to perhaps be within this drainage system in the midst of another
Correct.
flood?
You can see that along the edge of this path, there are almost like with the fingers of goblins, these little ditches that have been dug. And so there is like water and moisture just slowly trickling downwards and downwards. And then at the bottom, into holes that disappear into the ground and out of sight. You can actually hear water running. And so it's going somewhere.
Okay.
But at the bottom, you can see the mud is beginning to mix with stone. The drainage channels that you see have kind of disappeared at this point, but the mud here is slick. You can see that there are some stone formations that almost kind of separate the edge of the staircase from what lay beyond. A larger chamber that you can kind of hear air flowing through, and given all of your approach, I think there's no light, save the light that comes from the staff that is now on Grimgob. You kind of cast these long shadows into this place, and you can see bits of stone and many, many goblin tracks.
Like recent and active.
Very recent.
Okay.
You are kind of entering here from the east of this chamber. As you get close to this door, you can see that across the way on the west, there is what looks like a very rocky tunnel that goes down and down and down, and there is some cool air flowing from there that is very different than the humid air of the jungle above. You can hear echoes that would indicate that there is more exits further into this space, but you would need to enter to see them.
Seems like this is an entrance to a whole underground network.
Who has the best dark vision here?
Probably me. I have 120 feet.
Tonki, as you near the bottom, past the glow of the light spell that Ralph is using, you can see a little bit more detail. And in the natural rock formations, there is a wooden platform that has been built, and there is the junkiest looking, to call it a ballista is very generous. It's probably about the size of you, but made out of scrap wood, and you can see little green ears sticking up from behind these rocks. And as your eyes kind of adjust, you can see lots of little green ears. You are looking at an ambush.
Okay.
And I'll bring out a visual perspective, but because it's 8:30, we're going to step away for a quick break. And when we come back, we will begin with the arrival chamber. Thank you for sticking with us. There will be a countdown on the screen. We'll be back at the end of it. Okay.
The arrival.
If you stuck with us through the break, thank you so much. If not, we are playing D&D, and you are now a part of it. And our party, having escaped a stampede through the mud flats, have made their way to the Mud Spittle tunnels. And having traveled down this corkscrew path known as the Crawling Descent, you have reached the arrival chamber. And having made your way down, Tonki especially is able to see into this space. And Tonki, you can see that there is something awaiting you. You can see that there is a number of goblins, their ears and little bits of hats kind of poking out of cover, just barely at the periphery of kind of what you can see here. Beyond this sort of arched way in this chamber, there are quite a few goblins. And they seem to be hiding, though not well.
Tonki is gonna be like, hey, you guys trying to ambush us?
Roll for initiative. Damn, that was not what I was expecting. That triggers a held action. Let's pull up the combat music.
Damn.
Oh, cool.
You hear, in response to that, Tonki, Wachaka! And there is a boom of the tension of this ballista loosing.
Oh, these goblins speak the same dialect.
It's goblin. It's just a language. This is a heavy bolt shot, and they are taking it at the only thing that they can see. Oh, hello, big mans. Hello, my big mans. Good to see you. Tonki, at the start of this round, they are getting a shot off on you. Does a 16 hit?
Meets it.
All right, Tonki. Suddenly, you are struck with an arrow that is as large as a goblin, and it carries a surprising amount of force. Tonki, you are taking... Jesus Christ. Tonki, you are taking 19 points of piercing damage
so many.
straight into your side. This thing is almost as long as your arm, and it strikes you. You can hear little snaps and the sound of a string break. You can hear goblins cursing. You speak goblin. You can hear, fuck the string! You can hear another goblin ring out, crank it! Crank it! Little goblins beginning to shout. Anybody natural 20 for initiative?
No.
All right.
I just gonna put myself
25 to
on
20. 20 to 15.
17.
17 for Grimgob.
Damn.
What are these?
I'm waiting for you
Okay.
to keep going.
15 to 10?
13!
Also 13.
Your dex is higher than mine.
So we have Thule and then Nora
11.
and then Tonki
So yeah,
and
Ralph at the
then
bottom.
Ralph, where are you?
Dirty 1, Joe.
How is it dirty?
I have a -1 to initiative.
There you go. So the way that this works out, Grim is starting us off, then Thule, then Nora, then Tonki, then all the goblins, and then Ralph. So Grim, you hear Tonki shout out to these goblins, and the goblins respond with attack, and then fire a bolt that almost knocks Tonki off their feet. Tonki, you are technically still medium, correct?
I am, yes.
Can you make a strength saving throw as it hits you?
Which side are we coming in from? Here?
Back there. We're
where
talking
Tonki
this.
is there. Strength save, you say?
Yep.
22.
With a 22, this hits you, and the impact just shifts you back a couple of inches, but you are knocked prone. You are not thrown backwards by that shot.
Wait, yes, prone, but not
No,
prone.
neither of those. You are fine. Grimgob, what are you doing?
Let's see. I am. Alright, I'm going to, say, Tonki, I think we're in the moment now. And then I'm gonna get about 60 feet away from here. And I'll say, I'll make sure they don't use that again. And I will cast Magnify Gravity in this location. So it's a 10-foot radius, so it's gonna hit, I think, these 3 goblins I see. And they need to roll Constitution saving throws.
Which 3? That's the 2 up by the ballista and the 1 on the
And
stone?
there's one like here.
Yep. 10-foot radius sphere. Constitution saving throws. So first, the 2 up operating the ballista. Damn! That is going to be... Oh, I have to take my stat blocks off here.
11. Okay.
That is going to be 17 and an 18.
Oh,
for
they
the
both
first 2.
pass.
For the one who is down on the ground, that is a 19. 17,
Wow.
18, 19 on the dice. No modifier.
These are elite goblins we're facing.
They duck for cover. They had heard you traveling down, talking at full volume. They had all the time in the world to prepare for your arrival, and now they benefit from it.
Alright, so they take 5 force damage.
5 points of force damage.
Um,
Even though
and
they do
then-
save, you could hear them shrieking from beyond. That hurts them badly.
Any object that isn't worn or carried in the sphere requires a strength check against my spell DC to pick up or move. So I did that to make them harder to use the ballista.
Absolutely. So the way that works, traditionally it's an action to reload and an action to fire. As long as it is affected by this, it will be a full turn to reload and a full turn to fire. No movement, no bonus actions required.
Alright,
Roll out.
and then I, duck out of the way so I'm not in, the face of the cave.
All right.
Would you like to move towards Thule or towards not Thule?
There's
This
only
way or that
about
way?
there's only about 10 feet on either side of this, so
I'll
very
be next
very
to
narrow.
Tonki. Whichever that side is, yeah.
Okay.
There's also a little shelf that one could stand
There
on.
is a little shelf. So you kind of crowd over into the corner of the door, having seen this thing lodge itself into Tonki. You are not eager for that, but the spell just pulls this ballista. You can hear the wood creak. You can hear the sound of springs just firing loose. Anything else, Grimgod?
That'll be it.
That brings us to Thule. Laura, you're on deck.
Huh. Yeah. That's good. So I'm pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure.
What you doing?
So this is 20. Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people. Each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point I choose within range must make a charisma saving throw. And I'm going to choose a center point. This is the 20-foot radius sphere, right? So I'm gonna put it, I think, in. Is this overlapping with any of your stuff that's...
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
It overlaps with this, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't think they can turn.
My thing is just one
So that
round.
is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is both of the goblins operating the ballista, and then 4 additional goblins aside from that.
I want to put in my water bottle.
So first are 2 ballista goblins. This is charisma, natural 20, and a dirty 14.
At least fucking goblins, I said.
Okay, those are all successes.
And then the next one is a 15 and an 11,
The 15 is a success, the 11 is a failure.
and then a 13 and a 5.
5 failure,
Okay.
13 meets a DC.
So the 2 who are kind of at those stone walls immediately in front of where you are all entering, the closest ones to you, take the strongest effect of this spell, and you can hear one of them just go, "Hey, wait, why are we fighting?" The other ones seem unaffected by this ability.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna... I'm making them the one that's alternatively... Presumably you knew that. But yeah, they're indifferent towards all of us until they're attacked or harmed by a spell.
Or they witness any of its friends being harmed. No problem. Okay, you do so. You can see 2 of these goblins kind of straight up and suddenly pop up from behind the rocks, no longer engaged in this skirmish. You can see one of them holding a little crossbow now down low, a little confused. The ears of the second one drop down. They look genuinely confused in this moment, and you can hear
fighting.
one of them just go, "Maya Belly, what was that?" And the other one goes, "I don't know, Crooked Grebe. It seems like maybe some friends." And they just look at you. There's a moment, and they're both considering you. The other people look furious, but we'll get back to that. That is your turn, Thule.
Yeah. I'm not
sorry.
in range of anything from where I am out there, right?
You're we're all kind of clustered in this little
I'm not
zone,
directly
so-
in the middle of the path of the cave entrance
No.
there. And
No.
yeah.
I'm kind of standing in the middle. Tonki's
Thule
behind
is still
me.
very much in the back off to the side.
Okay.
Not super engaged.
No problem. That is your turn, Thule. That brings us to Nora. Tonki, you're on deck.
So, I mean, I guess Nora's favorite spell is just in effect at all times now. This is just how she lives her life. But, sometimes it just feels good to take a nap.
You're counting out D8s.
I am.
So it's these two.
Yeah.
I didn't
Hey.
know what a bunch of D8s meant before. I certainly do now.
Hey, I am a utility spell wizard. I have utility outside of combat. Inside of combat, I have a lot of futility. It seems as if
And this is a square, right?
20 feet of a point you choose.
20-foot
Circle.
sphere.
And where are you choosing?
Let's choose.
Now, knowing how the spell works, where are you putting this?
Let's go right here.
Interesting. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them.
And we are going to do this at second level.
Oh, that seems a mute.
What? The ballista or the ballista-er?
The ballista.
Okay, that makes me feel better. So that's. These are bad numbers.
I'm
Sorry.
That guy's name was definitely Rim Bob.
Wait, what?
22.
22. So, this begins in what order? Remind me. Is it just
Ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures.
okay? These two individuals, having been crunched by Grimgob's ability, are the first to completely succumb to this
There's
ability.
3 of them, right?
The two who are up there took damage.
And the one down here, because I damaged 3 of them.
Okay. So then all 3 of those individuals sink down into a slumber.
Hell yeah, they're not damaged, so the other guys are still indifferent.
The other individuals, not enough hit points to continue dropping them. You can see a yawn from the one who is down by the rocks on the other side, but they stay up.
Great,
All of our
and Nora
friends
ducks
went to
back.
sleep.
Duck back. And then we'll do for sleep just I think we have some. Sorry, I'm not super familiar with the rings. What color is sleep?
No, that's no sleep.
Oh, okay.
Magic effect is usually.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem, no problem. So you cast sleep. Many of these goblins just poof, hit the ground, kind of dropping off the space. Anything else, Nora?
Nope.
Okay. Drop 3 goblins to sleep. Thule has confused 2 of them into a sort of neutral state for the moment. That brings us to Tonki.
Alright. How many more of these do you
One.
need? It's unconscious is going to pull a lot of weight here. Okay.
Technically true.
Alright. So Tonki can see that some of these guys are incapacitated now, but she knows there's going to be sneaky boys hiding in various sneaky type locations. So she's going to walk through the arch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then once she's safely on the other side, she's gonna get big.
Okay, you grow and grow and grow just up to the range where this other goblin standing high on this rocky shelf with their crossbow, you're now like eye height with them.
Yep. And okay, so yeah, now she's having a chance to look around. Do I see all the goblins in here?
Yes, you do. I would say you see every single one of them. Maybe not the one that's like unconscious behind that rock wall.
Those two probably like,
Okay.
who's
So
that?
Tonki, as a free action, is gonna call back to her friends. There are more goblins in here than we could see. Be ready. And then she's going to look up at the guy with the crossbow and go ahead and throw a hand axe at him.
He's
Alright.
sleeping.
No,
no,
up here.
that guy.
Oh, there's another crossbow.
There is.
Yipper.
Oh.
Secret
Which is,
Well, yes,
but
daggers,
no
actually.
longer.
Sneaky secret combo.
Okay, what am I doing? Hand axe. That is a 12.
With a 12, that is a miss. You hurl this axe and they duck. You can see this goblin has already had an axe hit them in the face at some point in their life. They're missing an eye. They have a deep cleft in their skull, but they smile at you with this broken grin. They pull the crossbow back to fire. Anything else, Tonki?
No.
Okay. At the end of that turn, the two goblins who had been charmed by Thule, one of them shouts out, "They just attacked Whispercroak! The enemies!"
Oh,
and they are
shit, I
not
forgot.
charmed anymore.
I don't know if
Calm Emotions states,
I guess
this is different
they
ends
are
if the target
being
is attacked or harmed by
yeah,
a spell
you
or if
are
it witnesses
attacked.
any of its friends
Yeah.
being harmed.
Sorry, bud.
Being hit by a Tonki is being harmed.
But didn't get hit.
Wait. Yeah, it didn't hit.
I'm gonna go ahead and kind of count that. I think
it
if I
would
see
be
somebody,
part of being
fair.
attacked.
unless if I see somebody throw a hand axe at you, me to be like, damn, that's crazy, and not intervene in any
no,
way.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah, it
they
makes
probably
sense.
should have had attacked or harmed for that.
It didn't hit him, so that doesn't
but
count,
I think
right?
it's kind of implied.
Yeah. So these individuals kind of snapped out of this, but that is your turn, Tunky, and it does bring us to the goblins. Okay.
He's sulky.
So this goblin, seeing the other ones drop, is beginning to just run their way over here. They're unconscious. They were fine, so they're gonna. Just get around here to see Tonky. Oh, Tonky.
Hello.
Actually, no. Hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Excellent. Let's get them right there. And then
Tonki's about to be a tank.
they're gonna dash up here. Oh, they're gonna bonus action dash up there. That's lovely.
Oh shit.
Okay, so
Hate that, Joe.
this goblin runs around from the right-hand side. They climb up to this ballista, and you see with all of their might, they begin to heave and heave, but they cannot reload it because it takes a full action to do. And so this other individual runs up. They are trying to use this. You can hear one of these goblins in Goblin say, "Why won't it move?" But this thing just does not work for them. Now, starting up in the top of the room, actually, there's going to be a lot of crossbow attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. These are short bows.
Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5. Tonky, you are taking 5 short bow attacks.
I'm ready with the silver
Okay.
bars.
So,
Thanks, Bob.
the first one is going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. As that one hits, you take 4 points of piercing damage. And can you make a Constitution saving throw?
I mean, I guess 18.
With an 18, that is a success. As this tiny arrow hits you and deals that minute amount of damage, there is a tss as the poison attempts to enter your system, but
Hey.
you shunt it off. And then
Me shunt it off.
another attack. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
Pizza.
Go. That is going to be 7 points of piercing damage. And can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
12.
That is a success. You are again able to withstand that poison. The next attack is only an 8 to hit.
No.
The fourth attack is going to be a 13 to hit.
Nope.
And then the final attack is going to be a mere 13 to hit.
No.
And so, Tonki, you are able to withstand a barrage of tiny arrows. All of these arrows laid end to end would not equal the one still in your torso. You have not removed it. You were just like moving in with this. You just threw your axe at this thing still sticking out of you. That is all of the goblins. At the end of the turn, do the sleeping goblins get a save, or are they just
No,
asleep?
they're just asleep.
Damn, look at that. So that brings us to Ralph.
Okie dokie. So, let's see. You can move 30 feet, right, Tonki?
Mhm.
So, I'm going to use you as my gauge for how far I can move into this space here.
Oh, I only moved 25, I think. Because this thing is 4 squares.
Yeah, and then I'll go diagonally 1, so it'll put me. Yeah, because I was 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can get to here.
And from here, there's not a ton I can truly do, except I will take the dodge action.
Okay. You
And
pull up your shield and take the dodge action. Tonki is just standing there, looking around, little arrows sticking in her. You hold up the shield. You can feel them just like twanging off of the metal. Both of you in very different ways tanking this damage.
and then I will also use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith upon Tonki
Very
to
nice.
increase her AC by 2. You may also, because I've cast a leveled spell upon you, make a weapon attack of your choice upon a creature within range.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Alright. I'm gonna throw another. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna throw another hand axe at this boy up
There you
here.
go. Make your attack roll.
Hand axe attack roll 17.
That is a hit.
Alright, that's gonna be 10 plus the extra for Giant Smite, which is 4, so 14 total.
You take this axe, you huck it straight at this half-blind goblin, and it hits them right in the chest. You hear a crack as you split their sternum open, and like a flower, this goblin's chest blooms wide, blood spurts out. You can hear they shriek and then just yell, "Just like the Knife King!" And they just fall dead against this cavern and slide down the wall.
Who's the knife? Wait, that's in Goblin, yes?
Yes.
We don't know. Hey, who the Knife King?
Do you yell that out?
Well, it's not my turn, so I guess not.
There
But
you go.
Julie and Laura are just like, damn, they said something in Goblin as they died.
Anything else, Ralph?
So that was my action, my bonus action, and my move. That is
Alright.
all I got.
You stand with your shield, you take the dodge action, and you take it all the way into our next round, Grimgob. What you doing?
I walk in. Where am I?
Back there. Yeah,
You got
that's
it.
you.
That's
You
you.
walk in, and
Got you.
all around you, there are just arrows whistling through the air.
And I'll
I have a concentration ring.
stand right there, and I will yell out in Goblin. The Misfits are taking over this cave. You can surrender or die like these. And I will cast Magnify Gravity here again.
There's Limerick!
Phenomenal. Okay, the ones that are sleeping, I think, probably fail automatically. At least I'm just going to rule it like that because it makes sense.
Oh, they're gonna be sleeping alright.
The two who are not sleeping, what kind of save?
The mudfishes.
That will be Constitution.
All right, here's the elite goblins coming right up. Plus 0.
Suffering going.
12 and 7.
Fail.
All 4 of these goblins fail in this moment.
So they take 12 force damage.
So you first, Tonki walks into this space, throws a hand axe, just cleaves this goblin in half. Ralph steps in, fills the space with this holy light around Tonki, holds the shield, and just withstands a barrage of short bow arrows. And then between these two, compared to the goblins, titanic figures, you step up. Grimgob, fully half their size, but the presence that all 3 of you carry into this space is immense. And as you shout these words out and you cast Magnify Gravity, this entire platform collapses and gives way. This ballista sags and sinks down. You can hear this quartet of goblins shriek out. The sleeping ones awaken for just a moment before being crushed by the debris. All 4 of those goblins are dead. And Grimgob, for free, make an intimidation check at advantage.
Woo!
Well, I was gonna cast another sleep spell, but nope. Now they all did.
These 4?
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
That might be cocked.
Alright. That will be, Intimidation. 10.
With a 10, your voice cracks right at the most important moment, and you just can't. Everything here is working to your favor, and though you have just taken out the entire center of this line, these goblins seem to be afraid of something far more than you.
I tried to save 4 goblins today, and I did not succeed.
I mean, save is an interesting choice of words. You save them straight into the ground.
I'm talking about the ones that are still alive.
Oh, gotcha. Anything else, Grimgob?
That will be it.
All right. That was super cool. Thule. From the hallway, you see this happen.
No, I explicitly decided not to look in there.
You avert your gaze.
Yeah.
Let's ignore the suffering. We're good at that.
I'm gonna peek around the corner.
Oh, you see suffering.
Damn! Oh my god!
They were gonna ambush us.
Curse my dark vision.
Why are you feeling bad for them?
We could have gone into the clearing with a pipe and asked them about their woes.
I don't even really know. I don't have a ton I can do at this point. I'm near depleted in abilities, I guess. I am going to.
You always have starry wispy suffering.
I don't want a starry wisp, people. That's for like. That's like the. That's the bear mace equivalent of Thule's kit.
What you doing?
I'm going to use Vicious Mockery on the nearest goblin.
Okay, yeah, that guy right there.
Alright, what do you say to this guy?
Stop fighting! Just stop fighting, you short little fuck!
It's so good because for just a moment, you can see he stands up and goes, "Wait, what are we doing?" And then all of a sudden, Tonki throws his hand axe and he goes, "We're under attack!" And then he turns and you just go, "Stop fighting, you stupid fuck!"
What
save is that?
fuck you just called me?
You're gonna say wisdom saving throw?
Natural 1
So
Yeah,
they're gonna
that makes
take
for a total of 0.
Oh, yeah.
So he's gonna take 1 psychic damage, and they have disadvantage on the next attack roll before the end of its next turn.
You can see they're about to draw back and shoot again at you, Ralph, and all of a sudden you can see one of their eyes just crosses. Like, and just fire off and into the cave wall. A little bit hurt and disadvantaged by that is goblin number 5.
That's it for me.
Alrighty, that is 1 point of damage though, and that brings us to Nora.
And
Nora
they have
just go-
disadvantage on the next.
Yes, they do.
Nora just goes over to Thule and takes Puff out of his arms. It's like, and looks over. He's like, "It's just a little guy." And by pointing at him and saying "just a little guy," a bell fills the air, and I need a wisdom save for Toll the Dead. Please.
Can you just tell me what this
Please.
is?
Please.
Natural
12.
20.
That is for a total of 11.
Yes!
Hold it.
I needed a 12!
Told them.
Oh, damn.
Told them.
That was actually close.
And this is the same one that Thule just talked to?
Yes.
Very nice.
11!
And as this bell rings, as their first eye crossed, the second one goes straight up and back, and you can see just blood as the vessels break in their eyes, and they die.
All
That
right.
was you, right? That was you.
Thule, you're sure it was her.
Nora puts Puff on the ground.
No one deserves Puff.
You can see, like, and when you hold Puff out like that for just a second, Puff just goes, and then that happens, and Puff, like, the ears just go down. Anything else, Nora?
Nope.
Alrighty, that brings us to Tonki.
All right.
This goblin falls dead at your feet that you just threw the hand axe into. You turn around. There is one maybe 15 feet away from you. There is more kind of nestled into these stones.
All right. First things first. Second wind.
Okay. You take a deep breath and finally yank this ballista bolt out of your stomach. There is just this gout of blood, but you feel better.
Yes, I feel
Leave it in, actually,
min
but-
healing worth of better.
Oh no.
That being
Tonki
done,
pushes it all the way through and yanks it out that way.
she looks to
the
her
Lord of the
left,
Rings orc.
comes over here to this guy, towers behind him, and just picks him up. Grapple check, please.
Oops. Lifts him up by his backpack.
Yeah.
2.
I got an 18.
You just lift him straight up in the air. He has the bow. He fires. It goes straight past you. He fires again. It goes between your legs. He's now spinning by the garments that you pick him up by. He's just shooting off and into the cave. Still violently trying to resist, but you have him grappled.
Yeah, and as a free action, I say, you stop that.
Okay.
I don't have the action economy to make an intimidation check.
That brings us
but
to
I
the
do say
goblins. He says, no! And he fires at you. At disadvantage. That is going to be a 3 to hit.
Nope.
And so, just again, no! And just like he's spinning in a circle, fires off again into the darkness. Okay, rest of the goblins.
I really do just have this image of Tonky holding him up by like his shirt collar, and he's just like
One of these.
it's like kicking his legs, trying to stay straight
yeah,
so he can
I was
fire.
picturing like holding up like a cat by the nape of their neck.
Yeah,
but like
scruffing them.
he's just
like,
like does
His
his
shoulders are up by the ears.
That's
and he's
also
like,
very good.
And I think that's everybody. Dang, I'm running low on goblins here. Okay, so the goblin that runs and takes some cover behind the stone is going to, like, seeing everything that's happening. Grimgob, as you, like, pull this entire platform down and destroy these 4 goblins, they begin to target you, almost certainly. They fire at you with this toxic short bow, and that is going to be a 14 to hit.
I believe that hits.
That is going to be 7 points of piercing damage. And can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Guys,
Oh shit!
guys, please. I didn't bring my healing kit with me because Em was here.
I think it was natural 20.
Natural 20. For just a moment, you can feel poison begin to sink into your blood, but you resist that effect. You are not poisoned. You take no additional damage. That is the goblin targeting you. Taki, you are grappling this goblin. He fires and misses, and then this other goblin comes running out of your blind spot. And in goblin, he just says, "Release him!" And he stabs you in the shin with a scimitar. And with the natural 1, it just snaps on your shin. He looks at it and he just goes, he throws it on the ground and he draws out a knife. But that is his entire turn. That is all of the goblins. That brings us to Ralph. You stand there taking the dodge action, but the whole aggression just drawn away from you by Grimgob.
All right, so
Pulling aggro as usual.
I was hoping that it would attack you because you're taller, but it didn't work.
apparently not. Everyone, I believe, is well outside the range. Let's see. I don't think I can get to anywhere. Nope, sure can't. So I think what Ralph will do is take a movement.
Okay.
This is why Billy got Misty Step.
Yeah. And from here,
This goblin is unharmed, correct? The guy that's like hiding back
Yes,
here.
there.
I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah. Invisible to you.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a great thing about goblins.
All right.
Our sight is based on
Invisible
movement.
to the players.
I can see your hat and the little red cap of the other gobbo, but I can't see anything else.
so from behind her shield, she's not gonna attack quite yet, but she's gonna yell out, in Goblin, we're here for the toads.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Okay. Let's hope that I can roll something that is a decent number. No. Absolutely not. I rolled a 2, and that's a total of 5.
You shout this out. The goblin seems surprised that you speak goblin, first of all, but aside from that, their eyes just narrow and they say, Jasper will take you first.
Also, your accent is weird.
Probably is.
Anything else?
So that was my movement, my action, and all my bonus action stuff is still doing stuff. So that's it.
There you go. With your shield in the phalanx formation, you move forwards. That brings us to the top of the order, Grimgob. You have taken shots from many of these goblins, but many of the goblins have fallen. You only see 3 of them left.
Well, I already tried to save their lives, and they chose violence. Which is fine. I would have chosen the same thing. I firebolt this guy.
Absolutely.
The dice keeps landing. Does a 25 hit?
Yeah, 25 does hit, believe it or not.
Wait, it's this one. 9 fire damage to
9
this
points
guy
of
right
fire
here.
damage. You hit them with the firebolt. It hits them straight in the chest. Their clothes ignite. They shriek, but they are still alive.
Ah.
They're on fire. You can see their skin beginning to blister and char. You can see like parts of their clothing and belonging falling away. So much are they on fire that their screaming stops, but they are not yet dead.
Yeah.
Jesus.
God.
Alright, and I'm gonna go here and then just kind of like, just sit down. And be prone and hide behind the wall.
All
be
right.
like, ow, that last ball hurt.
You just slide into the mud. That is your turn, Grimgob. That brings us to Thule.
Oh God.
Hey,
That one is like
your staff is still
actively on fire. And, like,
Maybe they don't know
You
where
can see
I
they're
am.
clutching their burning throat, but there is no sound escaping.
oh God, I don't want to do.
Oh.
I'm going to avert my gaze and see how Tonki's doing over here.
Okay. You cast Denial, and then you look over at Tonki. That part's a free action. Tonki is like lifting one of these individuals. They're being stabbed in the shin by another.
I'll try to deal with the one that's stabbing Tonki, because that feels more helpful.
Absolutely.
And less actively harmful and more like protecting.
She's also not looking too good, like, for what it's worth,
Oh, okay.
if that's useful for your assessment of the situation.
She was hit with a ballista.
Yes.
And
True.
since certain clerics are crafting.
Post haste.
Okay, I think I can do this then. I am going to Vicious Mockery that one again as my action.
Okay.
Um,
Natural 20.
Silver barbs! Matt just like casually slides his eyes across like,
well, I was trying to think.
5.
there we go.
That's a failure. So they're going to take an amount between 1 and 4.
Advantage.
4 psychic damage.
thanks.
Which one did
And they
you say?
have disadvantage. The one that's stabbing Tonki in the ankle. and
Goblin
shin.
number 8.
So they have disadvantage on the next attack roll that they make until its next turn, or end of next turn. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to Healing Words on Tonki.
Very nice. Absolutely. You can see Tonki has just ripped this bolt out of their chest, and they are just bleeding
4
badly.
points.
Every little bit.
Like, stay in there, Tonki. And then I'm going to go,
You've got nothing, you little short fuck.
I'm trying to do the most clear Grimgob impression that Thule he's been working on.
It's
it.
pretty good. It's pretty
That's
good.
very good.
So what's your performance for?
That is your turn. That
Not
brings us to
bad.
Nora.
Alright, so Nora sees off in the distance just like a goblin light on fire and hears the shrieking and she says, oh no, no bad. And I need some sort of saving throw. I've forgotten what it is for frostbite. Constitution.
Dex. Oh, Constitution. 13.
Not a success. So he's getting some frostbite.
He has 1 point of health left.
Great. I rolled anyway. He's got 3.
Rolling is fun.
Yeah, because rolling is fun.
He is on fire. He is on fire. And you say, no, stop. And suddenly it is just a fing, just crystal clear, like a pane of ice, just captures this goblin. The flames just snuff. There is the smell of smoke, and they are very dead.
I usually just use that for iced tea.
Oh, good job.
There are 2
The rest of his
goblins
life would have been
left,
very suffering.
and both of them are attacking Tonki at this moment. Anything else,
Pat
Nora?
Tooley. Pat Tooley reaction.
There you go. You pat Thule. That brings us to Tonki.
All right. So at the start of my turn, the one I'm grappling takes 4 points of damage.
You
bludgeoning.
break his arm. As you're holding him, you just hold a little tighter and you feel tiny bones snap like a bird's.
Ouch.
Is he dead?
No, he's in bad shape though.
All right. I'm gonna hit the other goblin with him.
Fantastic. Make an attack roll. This is an improvised weapon.
Okay. You said I have advantage, right?
Yes.
From the silver punch. Alright. Neat. That's gonna be improvised weapon. Oh, I get to use my little macro. Sorry, that's pretty good. Strength or dex, would you say? Since I'm just
Strength.
okay, cool. Alright, and that is gonna be 19.
19, absolutely, that's a hit.
Alright. And that is gonna be 9 points of damage.
Tonki, as you take one goblin and smash it into another goblin, dealing the damage to both.
Yes.
Tell us how it happens, because that kills both.
I think, it's just two faces just pulverizing on one another.
All right.
Just
Tonki, you
like
grab
my
one
high
by the
school
ankle, you
drop.
grab the other by an opposite ankle, you lift them into the air, and over your head, you slam them together. There is a thickening thud, like there is two watermelons colliding at terminal velocity. There is an explosion. Tonki, you shut your eyes against this wet mist, and you are all out of initiative. And it is very quiet in here.
She takes off her glasses, and all you hear is the sound of her wiping them clean of
Nora
the
bends
goblin.
down
I'm
and picks
just
up Puff
picturing
and just
like
is
the
like,
fucking.
oh no.
There's that what wrestler who fucking goes smash the fucking beer cans over their heads.
I don't know.
Stone Cold Steve
Yes.
Austin.
But doing that with fucking goblins.
Yeah, basically.
Nora just picks up Puff and just is like, oh no.
Tonki looks at Tuli and she's like, Tuli, me sorry. Me know that hard for you, but they set up ambush. Me saw. And
why
me
did
always
they ambush us?
me not know, but they were ready to attack. Me took ballista.
We came
me
into
know that
their
word. That's
home.
We have mission, right?
Are there any evidence of toad breeding down
Make
here?
an investigation check or a nature check, your choice. They will bring very different options.
I'm going to most likely do investigation because I believe my nature check is not phenomenal. Let me double check.
So, Ralph, you begin to look around on the ground looking for signs of frogs.
Jesus Christ.
Grimgob's gonna sit down where he is just for like a minute, kind of looking kind of sullen, and then after like a minute passes, he's gonna go perform the goblin funeral rites.
Make an investigation check.
God, terrible. 7.
As you look around, you must be in the wrong place. There is, as you look around to this muddy place that you see, it must be a coincidence that off near the cave entrance there is a discarded canvas sack. You read Goblin, and so you can see it is labeled Frogs with a Z. But probably this is not the right place. And it is an empty bag, so there's no frogs inside.
Nora and Puff will also look for toads.
Nature or investigation, they bring different things.
15.
15. So going through all of these individuals, there are little bits and scraps of copper that eventually, when you pull all of it together, add up to 2 gold pieces. In total, there is 4 recoverable goblin scimitars, and then there are a number of short bows, but more interesting than that is the ammunition. In total, there are 15 pieces of poisoned ammunition for short bows.
That did not go well.
Why didn't we tell them Malgrinch sent us?
19. Investigation.
So with the 19, and you're looking for signs of frogs?
Toads.
Toads. You kind of look, where you entered in is on the east, and also on the east there is another exit just a little bit further to the south. You can see there's lots of like garbage in this tunnel. You can see bits of waste, scrap metal and wood that line the walls and the floors here, kind of going down and down. You kind of travel a little bit over to the western side where there is a space to travel further. Here, the path plunges, and you had seen this kind of from the door beyond the ballista. The path plunges down and down, and from here a cold breeze blows every now and then. A very cool, dry air that is different than anything that you have experienced in the jungle above. And then over on the northern side of things, you can see that there is a large path there. The tunnel there grows deeper down a series of kind of muddy platforms. You can see the first maybe like 30 foot down, a walkway / you would need to almost slide down to reach there. And then another pathway goes to another, and here there are imprints in the mud that look like massive toads have leapt down and up these spaces. You can see goblin tracks as well. With that check, what did you roll?
19 investigation.
You also notice that on some of these steps, these platforms that are down this walkway, hidden in the mud, almost invisible, are very low-lying tripwires. And following that kind of tripwire, you can see that they go into the shadows of the rock wall. And looking up, you can see that there are little makeshift nets that hold boulders, massive chunks of rock, up and above the path.
The toads, I think, are down this way, because those look like, well, it looks sort of like Bubbles' feet, but huge. However, we should probably step lightly, because... And she just points out one of the tripwires and then points up.
And it is more humid coming from this tunnel.
This one is also more humid, and there's a really cold, crisp, dry air coming from that way, and I feel like toads would not like that. But Tuli, you can correct me.
That seems to make sense with the construction of this place, right? Because it would create a backdraft with the change in pressure of the draining coming through. Having one side, if it kind of is forcing the air through into the one chamber versus the other side.
It could be. Absolutely.
And then I guess I would try to confirm that the toads are in fact down this path.
Make a nature check as you get to kind of the edge of this space.
The other thing that I wanted to do was just if I could recognize, are these all Mireclaw Pact members?
Very easily, given the kind of clothing that they wear, the symbology on their gear, these are all Mireclaw Pact.
Okay. And that's not great, 15 for nature.
With a 15, there is an abundance of life up into the north. You can hear and smell both the smells of like life and decay. Like there is a smell that tells you that there is much more beyond. And certainly, if you are looking for frogs or toads, this would be the path to take.
Or suffering?
You don't smell any suffering with that check.
Okay.
What does suffering smell like?
You say it out loud.
About the suffering?
Yeah.
Or
suffering?
Any of it. I would...
I can't tell what you're saying out loud or not.
Nothing, because right
Okay.
now I'm just smelling these things. And then I would say, there's definitely life there. Not just toads.
Well, step lightly, and maybe we'd be a bit quieter, but I think if the sound carried, we're probably already know we're coming. Oh, maybe you can call out something in Toad, or have Bubbles yell something out to let the toads know that we're here for the toads?
I don't think the toads will mind if we go. I think if there's anything else, especially the way that we entered, it might not be as happy to
So-
see us.
Let's clarify our goals here. We're liberating the toads. Are we going to continue
I
this
don't
manner?
want to be a conqueror.
They were going to hurt us, no matter what.
No,
These ones.
we invaded their home.
Invade, strong word, Tuli.
From their perception, that's what we did.
Well, me did what me do when me have ballista in me face.
Grimgob, you said that we were taking over.
Yeah, I was trying to save some of them, so we didn't have to kill all of them and get them to surrender.
That doesn't
Didn't
make
work.
sense to me. I don't want to conquer things.
So,
Me only hurt things when they gonna hurt me or me friends. Me not want to conquer either.
I know Tonki.
We could try to suggest that maybe they work together with the toads in like a partnership scenario, but I don't think that they will enjoy listening to us say things like that after. And Nora just points at the basically vaporized skulls on the floor and up by the ballista.
And the wall.
Me admit,
The
we might have
walls.
gone a little too far on this one.
I think maybe this was a little bit hasty. But also, yes, do you need help getting that out?
She holds out her hands to Emmy for prestidigitation.
Emmy is gone. And during the stampede, you were separated from Emmy, but you imagine that you will be able to find Emmy on the other side of this adventure.
I'll go to prestidigitate and I'll say, this is exactly what I imagined would happen when we all made the decision with... Do I know the name of he who grows to grief? I forget if we know that. Or was that not player?
I don't
knowledge?
know if you guys heard that name referenced or not.
We did say, yeah, and we used it with him.
Okay.
Yeah, he referenced himself.
This is exactly how I imagined this would turn out when we made the decision we did with he who grows to grief.
If you decide to enter with aggression, then it's a foregone conclusion.
I did not enter. I was just following y'all and keeping us alive should this happen.
You had ballista in me face. You not know what to say. And then in me chest.
I'm not arguing that we don't protect ourselves, but you seem to revel in it, and that scares me.
I am not happy with how this turned out.
Even with the animals in the stampede, your first instinct was to attack.
Yeah, because it's either them or us.
But it didn't have to be that way. There's always another option. And I think if you just take a moment and don't immediately go aggressive.
This room wasn't me.
Regardless, we need to figure out what we're doing. We're standing in the middle of a battlefield. Are
You
we
say
going-
middle, but you're actually standing at the entrance of, which arguably is worse.
Yeah. We need to figure out what we're doing before more come.
I'm really tired and I'm almost out of magic.
I think we should try and find the toads and leave as quickly as we can. Especially considering that there might be another mud tide coming at some point. And given the system that seems to be in place, it has to drain somewhere.
Would have been good to keep one of these alive so we can ask them that. But I don't think it'll be easy to find the toads. They wouldn't keep them near the surface.
Nora points down the tunnel with all the toad tracks.
Yeah.
I assume that they keep the toads down there with the traps so that, maybe so people can't get in, but also so the toads can't get out. If they're really that big, and Nora
Is
points
there
at a
any-
huge toad track, and it's like, they probably would trip the wires if they just came through themselves.
Do we know anything else about the Mireclaw? Any agricultural products that they produce that they could be making down here? We've already seen some mycelial structures within goblin
All
economy.
I've learned thus far is they toad, apparently poison, and rum. That's all I
Rum
got.
with
Toad,
washes.
poison, rum,
Yeah.
crab.
I don't think they produce crab.
No, but they do have a somewhat
Is this important
symbiotic
to
relationship.
getting down to the tunnel?
Just considering what might also be down there with
The shamans claim to
toads.
speak with the spirits of the drowned. But that's
that sounds
hearsay.
bad.
And we are at the bottom of a drainage system for an area that is frequented with
Immediately,
floods.
can anyone disarm the trap system? Because if the toads are going to come back up this way, they will trigger those traps.
Would can we just
A firebolt starts to appear.
It's boulders. If you burn the netting, you'll weighted boulders down, and then the toads will be trapped, and whoever else is down there will be trapped in a tunnel system and maybe not be able to get out.
I trudge over. I think we're about
Kentucky
to...
make a check to see if she can determine that she could maybe push them somehow so that they don't destroy anything, or use her mighty strength
Just-
for good.
Atlas.
I would say no
Can I
roll
use my
required.
thing?
I would say no roll required. So you have the ability to just look and kind of know if something will hold your weight.
Oh yeah.
And you know that this ceiling would not. In fact, this ceiling is barely holding up through the netting that has been attached to several places. And so much is held aloft that if it were triggered, it would cause a cave-in that would require excavation to open this back up. So not only is this a trap, it's very much like a emergency locking door. As high-tech as goblins can make one of those.
Okay, so
It would be hard to push the boulders out of the way.
Okay.
And if you trigger it, you're going to need to clear this tunnel.
that is what I was asking.
Can I make a investigation check to determine if the trap can be disarmed?
I would say there's no investigation check needed. I've already spotted these incredibly thin little snares running through the mud. So you would need to approach one, and then a sleight of hand could absolutely trigger or could disarm those without triggering the trap.
Okay. And I will relay that to the group. Looking at it, it's a snare trap. If you can just deftly cut the strings, it will disarm the trap. I can't do it.
I also can't do it.
Can I use my mage hand?
Or what? Do you have the mage hand ledger domain?
No, the
Okay.
one that gives you
Yeah,
invisible.
I believe that's what you need to be able to perform that. Give me one
Okay.
second.
To perform like tasks.
To do well.
While you do this, Joe.
Oh, because I
You could
can't
do
I
it, but
can't
you'd
just.
probably still have to make a sleight of hand check, question mark?
In which case, yeah. I mean,
It's just-
my regular
Open
sleight
up
of
the
hand is
container,
like
so there's a door.
fine. It's not great.
I would say you could attempt to.
Well,
Yeah.
question.
Yes.
Borrowed knowledge is a divination spell. That's not the question. The question.
Just trying to figure out what the question was.
the
come
question
mess.
is, so
Questions next week. We'll see you next.
Grandpa Gravelgrave can be used in place of like
Grav.
the gold component
Yes.
for divination spells.
Yes.
Borrowed knowledge requires a 25 gold piece book. Is communing with Grandpa Gravelgrave like a spiritual form of borrowed knowledge?
No.
I had to try.
Yes.
really good
I
try.
like that. But no.
Nora is still angling for that book from Salius.
Could this
Elias.
spell book work as a book in that regard?
No. Not unless it has that cost associated with it. And there are spell books that you guys have even seen that would qualify.
Damn. So do you want me to try to?
I've got a 0, and Nora is not dexterous.
Tonki has communicated, by the way, what she learned about. She's like, just be real careful, because if it gets triggered, we all gonna get buried in here, and we gonna have to dig.
If it gets triggered, we might have to bail on liberating the toad.
Guidance.
Pressure.
And Nora casts a spell while she says the word.
Guidance. And suddenly you feel this burst of magic. Julie, you approach.
All right, gonna take a moment to try to find my happy place here
Ralph
in this
is gonna
dingy, dark, dank
post up.
mud pit.
To do to basically stand guard at the other entrance to
Okay.
make sure we don't get snuck up on while
Which
this is
other
happening.
entrance?
Sorry, the
The cold
the
dry one.
drafty, cool drafty.
The western one.
Oh, I had a thought. I wonder if the cold drafty tunnel is maybe where they go when there's a tide? Because everywhere here feels pretty muddy. If it's dry down that way, that could be an escape tunnel.
In terms of elevation, is one like sloping up versus down?
The path to the north goes down pretty steadily, this kind of stepped path. The path to the west drops. That drops down into rock, into the Underdark.
Okay.
What you are looking at when you get up there is a very steep kind of pile of boulders that leads down and into the dark.
That's part.
This is the Underdark, the Upper Dark to be precise, and this is very much an escape tunnel.
The upper underdark.
To the south, this path relatively even, and pebbles have been mixed into the mud to stabilize it slightly. And then both paths on the west, the one that you arrive from obviously goes up and up and up. The other path to the west slowly goes down, and it's loaded with garbage.
Okay, so this is the path that. So that's an escape tunnel.
That's the one that has the traps.
And Thule is kind of inching their way down that path now,
Alright.
being very cautious. With your allies having pointed out where these traps are, you slide 2 of these sort of paths to different steps, and on that second step, you spot the first of these traps.
Okay.
Make a sleight of hand check, use guidance.
Alright. Channeling the memories from my time back in Humpwell.
Can I
Had to have very
ready in
extra
action to
fingers.
yank Thule back if rocks fall on him?
You better hurry.
You
quick.
can,
Some of-
you, just physically with your own physical...
Telekinetic shove.
Okay. So you stand a little further away.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Alright. Sorry. Am I doing this with my regular hand or my mage hand?
Your mage hand, presumably.
Okay.
So your mage hand doesn't get a modifier.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
I would use your regular hand so that you get your sleight of hand bonus.
Guess so.
It's risk reward.
Okay. Yes. I feel like more risk than reward, but fuck
We
it.
have a guy who does oops, there go gravity.
You can see Grimgob
Just
standing
remind
off to
you.
the side, their hands held up, ready to try to assist you.
No, I'll just stand guard. I
Okay.
can really help out.
Stand
Alright.
guard.
And I'm breathing heavy because I'm really tired.
Alright, any final says before I do this roll? Alright.
I've had that guidance. I did my thing.
Did you use your guidance?
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You just decided to Dan roll it and just drop it from on high.
Yeah. Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
How much damage am I taking?
Wait, what is it? There's a chance.
There's not a
Oh,
chance.
What is it?
It is an 8.
There we go.
There is not a chance. Make a dexterity saving throw, please. As you try, you can all hear
I
this
should have
loud
saved the
ting,
guns.
and there is a rip as this just, and this whole
Oh
net gives way. Time slows down. Other people have things prepared. We'll get to that in a second.
Jeez, that's not great. I'm gonna. This one's taking a break for now.
Not
that
the
was
new
a
dice.
natural
Betrayal by
one.
the new dice.
So in
No!
this moment, as time slows down,
Can't
you can
celebrate
see
barbs of failure.
Thule triggers this trap. The tripwire grabs around Thule's ankle, pulling Thule prone in the mud. Thule face up at these boulders as
Oh
hundreds
my.
of pounds of boulders come down with mud and just rain.
In the
And-
arms of-
You cast telekinetic shove. And so the way that this makes sense to me. 1 second here.
Either laying and splat.
Yeah, and I'm
or-
pulling him towards me.
Okay.
Jesus,
you take the
wheel.
So make an Arcana check.
It's a good thing I'm at full health, because maybe there's a chance that I only get crushed and not immediately killed.
Arcana check.
Oh, wonderful way to die.
23.
With a 23, you reach out and with all of the might in your body, you channel it into the magical components to yank Thule away. Thule flat on your back, you close your eyes, and mud just rushes up your nose, into your ears, in your hair, as you are just yanked 20 feet out, and the entire ceiling collapses down, sealing this path. Crushing the elements of wood that have been layered into this space. There is dust that just fills this space with all of you kind of inhaling it as you breathe, but nobody is crushed to death. You now just have a massive impediment in front of you.
And potential mesothelioma.
See? Keeping us alive,
Don't
no
worry,
matter
you
what
know a good
decisions you
lawyer.
make.
I vote we bail on this.
But what about the toads and maybe people inside?
Does anybody have any tools? Take this out.
Yes. Me have smith's tools, and carpenter's tools, and me very, very strong. we could probably make some headway in there. Do I think I could make some headway? I mean, not fast, obviously, but do I think I have the right tools for the job?
It's a relatively small tunnel. It's sized for goblins, so that's kind of the saving grace here. You imagine that if you were to put in, 30 minutes of work, you could clear this.
Oh,
if others were to help, you might even be able to do this a little bit faster.
It's not gonna be slow job. Me could clear it myself in 30 minutes or so. We could all work together, do it even faster than that. Yeah. We could keep going, but we know there are more traps. We risk this every time. We wanted.
I'll help you, Tonky.
And if the people inside don't have any tools to get out, we've just sealed them in.
True. I mean, that wouldn't be the only entrance to that cave, certainly, right?
You feel the cool draft of the emergency exit tunnel off into your west. You may be standing kind of at the closest emergency exit.
There's
you
no OSHA down here, baby.
Tonky
I don't fully understand.
her
But
pickaxe out of her bag, which she does have. And since Thule said, I'll help you, she hands it to him, claps him on the back, and goes, Thule, good guy. He's sorry for me. Hannah can't come up with the word. Me sorry for how me rushed in like that. Me not do it again. Me not go first anymore.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Nora is taking small rocks because it's Nora.
Julie, do you want me to take the pickaxe instead?
You might have better use for it.
And so she pulls out into her carpenter's tools, and she pulls out a chisel and a little hammer, and she hands it to you.
Oh, Taki says chisel and hammer is pretty good size.
Actually, there might be some opportunity for a little archaeology while we're down here. There's probably a lot of stuff that gets poured down here.
Is archaeology your background?
It belongs in a museum.
I'll take the
I would take the little
If
things.
you are all going to work on this together, you can clear this enough for you to make your way through. Really, Tonky is the largest of you, in no more than 10 minutes. It's a pretty quick process with everybody pitching in. Yes.
I'll help, and I'll just use just density to make the rocks half as heavy as we move them.
Hell yeah.
5 minutes to clear this space. With some of these rocks, Nora, you pick up a little rock and it weighs nothing. It's like pumice. And you pick up a boulder, and Ralph, you look over and you watch as Nora takes a boulder half the size of you and just straight over her head. And it just kind of... And then you see Grimmy adjust the gravity to something else, and that rock just...
I feel like Nora tries to pick up a really big one that Grimgob hasn't done yet, and just is
And then he makes it
Grimgob
heavier.
is in the corner, absolutely sweating with the amount of, constantly having to exert his will on these rocks.
Just flexing his abs the whole time.
his ropes are
And you can see, after 5 minutes, the end of this path kind of make itself appear before you. You can see at the bottom of this, the ceiling is now maybe 15 feet tall, although there are places where the mud kind of drips down to where you can actually touch it. Crossing over the collapsed space, you're beginning to feel a significant amount of moisture in the air, even more than what is up above. The mud here is kind of concentrated on the ground. The walls themselves are actual stone in this space. And you can see ahead of you, the space that opens up is massive. You are within a huge series of caves that may be right on the edge of the Underdark, and you can see large pools of water that are warm, just kind of misted over with little bits of moisture kind of congealing around them. You can see that there are braziers of coals that slow burn bundles of mud and hay mixed together, creating smoke that then is just wafted into these cracks in the stone that seem to almost pull the air into them. The pools of water that are here are greenish, and many of them have huge clutches of glowing green eggs. And minding these, kind of moving about the darkness here, the only light kind of emanating from these eggs, are many goblins going about. Kind of softly, you can hear little goblin songs from some of them kind of emanating out through this space. And they're wistful, and they're almost kind of sad. You can see up in the middle of this space, kind of amongst these pools, a goblin dressed in almost entire toad. It's like they have killed and skinned an entire toad and now wear it. Although that's not quite right. You can see they kind of angle their body and their shoulders and their head, and they are a giant toad now standing on this platform. All around them, these pools full of eggs. You are standing within the spawning pools.
Are they were-toads?
You imagine you're probably looking at a druid wild shape. But perhaps a rare toad. It is about 8:30 at night, and so
Is it a full moon?
these ones come out just a little early. It is not.
Upon seeing this, Roth will be like, all right. And as quietly as she can, be like, all right, do we try to talk to them? Or are we going in guns blazing? We don't know what guns
Should
are.
talk to them.
You know what guns are.
And thinking that Ralph is talking about talking to the toads, I'm going to talk to the toads.
So you cast Speak with Animals. There is this
I'm not saying
of
anything yet,
magic.
but
The toads themselves you do not see yet. You see lots of eggs, but no toads.
and I
Lots of eggs.
actually-
Dozens, maybe hundreds of them.
I don't have any magic left for another fight.
I don't really either.
Yeah, me guts hanging out still. Maybe we rest an hour, put me guts back in.
And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've seen you guys try to talk your way through things, and I'm not saying there's not a chance, but I don't like the odds of that.
Tuli's done pretty good against the animals, but the goblins we have been doing terribly.
But these are goblins, and what we're asking them to do is give up
Neverplum
their
was
livelihood.
pretty nice. Maybe he's also nice. It doesn't hurt to ask.
I think Ralph will kind of motion.
No,
we
it
should-
can hurt to ask. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think Ralph will
I
kind of
think
motion
you should try to talk to him, but I am not ready for another fight
to
if that doesn't work.
back away from the entrance of the cave, so less chance of our voices.
You
traveling
can,
down.
but as you kind of look out at the space, this is such a massive space that if you move away from these pools, kind of crawling up and into the rocks, there are many kind of smaller caves or little nooks or crannies where you could try to hide that would not be in the thoroughfare of this sort of system. That is an option that's available to you. You can also make your way back. There are many other caverns to take.
Yeah, I think Ralph would motion to have us go to the side, so we're more out of sight. And we're okay, listen.
Make a stealth check, everybody.
Uh-oh.
Y'all better be decent at this. 'Cause
Oh,
I
I'm
Why would you
wearing
say
chainmail.
None of
I
us
am not.
are.
Super
Oh,
not.
boy.
Actually, catastrophically not.
Oh, great.
What'd you get?
A 1!
Guess we're
I got a 3.
So it doesn't
Seven.
even really matter.
Did anyone clear to double digits?
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
Historical low.
Now we're in trouble.
Ralph, you're like, we need to move to the side. So you go, hey. And you move to gesture and turn, and all of the armor just echoes in this space. You can hear that one lone wild-shaped goblin just which just echoes. And you can see all of the goblins in the space, their ears go down, and they almost just vanish. Bonus action hiding. Things grow tense. And because it is 10 o'clock, and a perfect place to stop for the evening, this is where we're going to end our session, as you all begin very quickly trying to vanish into the spawning pools. You have caught their attention, but they do not know where you are yet. Thank you for joining us for this session of A Tale of 12 Gems. We will be back next week, but please stay safe. It is wild out there. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.